Something just popped up that said test stream. Yeah, it just came up as a notification across my phone. We're we're live. Yeah, and I was trying to tell you what to do, and he wouldn't listen. We made it. Somebody's saying no audio in chat.
Well, that'd be because I was muted.
Yeah.
All right. Perfect. Perfect. Okay, here we are. So, no audio. Well, you missed my whole amazing monologue, but basically, uh, my OBS wasn't working. It was a disaster. I had to download another streaming software, but we got it. We're back in the building. Steve, he got it. He was pretty mad at me for making him look bad like this, but it's okay. We're back. I'm updating the title. It's fine. Okay, it's fine. Everyone that said,
I'll
"Oh,
make it work.
yeah, exactly. Oh, he's gonna be so late." I was a little late. Okay, 8:15. Come on, someone you love has made you wait longer than that. Okay, come on. Let's be real.
And we were gonna be we were set to be 2 minutes early.
I know we were
And we
here.
ended
Listen,
up 15 minutes late.
thank you. So see, I was kind of on top of it, but look, technical difficulties. Here we are. We pivoted. We overcame, and that's what you got to do in life and in fish keeping. See the tie in there. See the tie in there. Okay, so we're here with Big Steve, or also known as Big
So guys,
Steve's Black Glass Boxes. And
what's up, guys?
how you feeling today, man? How you feeling?
I'm just glad to be home, man. It was a busy, hectic, long day, and then I had a bunch of things to do. I'm just glad that I'm sitting down and I can relax and just have a good time with this.
I feel you. I feel you. You were just saying there's a freaking tornado around here.
I just got a notification too. Yeah, the phone just went off saying there's a tornado watch till I think it said 9 o'clock or something. So
Mm. See,
9:05 or something.
see what we overcome to be here. So I've been wanting to talk to you for a while, man. I mean, unlike a lot of people that I talk to on here, you're someone that I actually met at like fish events and stuff before I ever started doing the YouTube and things like that. Um, so it's coming up on like a year and a half that I've been seeing you around places, and you know, Steve
Yeah.
is one of those guys that comes to the fish swamp. He's got the fancy stickers on his bags, they're all immaculately tied with the perfect amount of air and stuff like that. And as he keeps coming, you're like, okay, you when you go to auctions and club meetings, you see what people buy and you see what they bring. So like, okay, he's buying the terrestrial stuff, he's bringing crayfish, he's buying the isopods, and you start to be like, okay, what in Noah's Ark is going on over at this guy's house? So talk to me, man. Like, what are you getting into over there? Because I know it's not just fish.
Yeah, no, I guess that was pretty much spot on Noah's Ark. I mean, I don't know. So yeah, we got obviously the fish, shrimp, the aquatic isopods, then we got gargoyle geckos, crested geckos, morning geckos, leachianus geckos, ball pythons, vampire crabs,
Damn.
and terrestrial isopods.
Okay.
And then a bunch of plants too, because I got a little like tropical plant fetish as well. So yeah,
Okay, tropical plant. It's like, so what came first then? Was it the fish? Was it The geckos, like
Um, yeah, reptiles. Honestly, as a kid, like my very first job was working at a pet store, and
okay, right on.
I started that because I was into reptiles. I was first thing I ever had was a bearded dragon, and yeah, it at one point. So I'm an obsessive, I guess you would say, obsessive person. I find something and obsess over it. So it
Right,
was either reptiles when I was younger, and then when I got married, the first time it was chickens. So I had chickens and peacocks and turkeys and all that stuff, goats and all that stuff.
right.
Um, but then that kind of went all away, and then I got back into when I was doing the at the pet store, I also did fish then. So then I got back into fish, and then it just kind of, oh yeah, remember when I used to like those? I should go look at those. And oh wow, that's
Mm,
cool. Yeah. Oh,
okay.
let's go check that out. That's cool. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Okay, I want that. I want that. Okay, I want everything.
So it all just fed into to each other, kind of all at once.
And it all kind of ties in because the plants and terrestrial plants go into the terrariums, and then half of that stuff, is you can grow out of the top of your fish tank. So it all kind of ties in together in one way or another, but it is kind of a lot of different categories for sure.
Damn. Putu said all paths lead the chickens. Do you agree?
Man, you think fish people are crazy, man. Chicken people are wild.
Really?
You
Wait,
think you know the betta police, man. Oh my God, there's chicken people are wild, man.
wait. There's chicken police.
Oh yeah, yeah. It just maybe not necessarily police, but
Right.
if you don't have the right kind of substrate in your pen, or if you're not feeding the right kind of food,
Oh my
or
gosh.
you don't give your chickens oyster shells. Well, that they need this. And you gotta medicate them. You gotta do this. You gotta do that. And, oh, you can't put turkeys with chickens. Those turkeys will beat up your chickens. You're abusing your chickens, and yeah, they're wild, man.
No wait. You're
They're
telling
just
me the chicken's got a substrate too? Oh my god, it never ends. Everything's got to have a
I,
substrate.
I mean, yeah, because otherwise they're going to be in the mud, and then they get or they get foot rot and
Wow.
different issues with their feet. So yeah, you got to keep them clean. It's not just
Okay. So
totally, hands
yeah,
off.
there's something to it. Like, okay. Jeez. I didn't realize chickens
And then
were.
all the medications and stuff. All of my chicken sneezing now, so now you got to go get antibiotics and give it injections and all this stuff. It's like, man, come on, man, this is crazy.
I'll try to picture a chicken sneezing. Oh wait, so you say you're an obsessive person, like you find something, you get super into it. So then that kind of tells me like you must have had like a first fish, kind of fish or something that you're like, this is my thing. These are the fish that I like.
Um, well, honestly, my first fish was oysters.
Okay.
And I just got those because somebody was tired of them, and I got the whole tank, the stand, the whole 9 yards. It had two massive Oscars and a Jack Dempsey in a 55-gallon tank. And back I don't know, 16 years old, 17 years old, and that was a monster tank. 55 gallons was huge. I thought, I
Yeah.
could keep sharks in this thing. Like 55 pounds was like massive, but looking back on it, all those fish were too big for that tank
Wow. So
because they were big. Those
you
oysters were huge.
you were thinking big for the beginning, like you went immediately to keeping sharks. Like I'm gonna keep sharks, I'm gonna keep Oscars, I'm gonna keep all this stuff. Like, what was your goal? Was it
It,
always to breed stuff, or was it just like, okay, this is cool?
no, honestly, the breeding came by accident. I was just keeping fish, like, and then I was looking at my tank one day and I saw a little baby um, bristlenose pleco clinging to the glass, and I was like, man, what the heck is that? And I started looking. I was like, oh my God, that's a baby fish, and that was it. Like, as soon as I realized, like, oh my God, you can breed these things, like, that was it, really. And then I was hooked because keeping them is cool and all, and I like looking at them, but I don't know, just spawning them, breeding them is just makes it that much more exciting. It's just challenge, you know. You know.
Yeah, of course. That's interesting. The bristlenose pleco being your first, because then that tells me like you had to have two, at least two, adult bristlenose plecos just by accident, male and female in there. Like,
Yeah, and I had no idea how to tell the difference between a male and a female. I just thought the one that didn't have bristles was broken or something. I thought I got ripped off or something. Like, why doesn't this thing look like the other one? I thought I got a cheap one or something.
okay, let's see. I hadn't
I
even
didn't.
thought. That's funny that you would think that the bristles had like fallen off. Like it's like that level of like, yeah, I had no idea, man, what was going on. Like, just baby plecos out of nowhere. Well,
I mean, and that was just a couple years ago. And yeah, I mean, I had this little nano. It was like a 2.5 or 3 gallon tank that had this like thing where you could grow a plant at the top of it. It was a circle tank where you grew a plant at the middle of it. And I went to the store and bought six dwarf rainbows. The
wow.
I guess I can't think of the name, but I was like, oh, when I bought them, they were like an inch long. I'm like, oh, they're dwarf. No problem. I put them in a 2.5 gallon tank and like started doing a little research. So, yeah, that's not going to work.
All
So
right.
now I'm going to need a bigger tank. I'm going to need a bigger tank. Now I need a bigger tank. I need another one. No.
So
And
this
it's
is
just kind of
this is that classic like
snowball.
story, but the thing is, you actually care about the animal, so you did keep getting bigger cakes, and then the breeding stuff came.
Well, and that's what it was like. Well, I just need to get one more bigger tank for these guys, But then the tank that I took them out of course, then something else went in that tank. It was never tear down one tank, set up another tank. It was set up one tank and then put something else in that one.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So wait, how many years then since your first baby plecos?
probably 3 or 4 years, probably 4 years,
Oh wow.
I'd say, because that was back when I was drinking, and I've been sober for 2.5, 3 years now. So probably 4 or 5 years.
Oh
Four,
wow.
yeah, probably four.
Congratulations on that. I'm coming up on 2 years of not drinking myself. So I definitely get
Good for you.
measuring time by that. And I started keeping fish around the time I started drinking too. So I was like about the same. I don't even remember the exact day. I'm like, well, the fish tank was around then.
Yeah.
So
And honestly, that's probably where the obsession kind of took over because it was that, and then I didn't have nothing to do, and this occupied my time and kept my interest, and I definitely would equate half part of that success to having something to do that I enjoy,
absolutely, absolutely,
at least just to not be completely miserable.
of course. That I feel like I tell people fish keeping, it replaced video games for me too. Like it's like the same part of my brain for me. Like I just enjoy doing it enough where this is what I do with my free time. People are like, how do you have all this like fish and all that? I'm like, cause it's what I do for fun. What do you do when you have
Yeah,
free time? You watch a show, watch YouTube. I watch fish.
that's
Watch it. Jesse said 2 years alcohol free here too. Everyone in the chat celebrating,
it.
celebrating. Bearbon Branton said, "What's up? Who's that weirdo up there with you, Nick?" Wow, wow. Just because
Man,
I now wait. Do you have a big white worm tub? Because that might make Branton happy.
I do have a big white worm, big type of white worms.
Okay, so see, he can't be that weird. Come on, Branton. Come on. I know that put a smile on your face. That guy likes worms. He likes worms. I still can't believe he hasn't done Daphne. He's doing all these like live food cultures. He hasn't done any Daphne before, but he's got infusoria and all this shenanigans. Uh,
Yeah, I've never done it. I've never done Infusoria and I've never done Daphne, but I do have a tank of green water going in the basement.
come on,
That's
man.
pretty green right now. So the next time I see him, I will definitely be buying.
Okay, okay, good. Well, I gotta be honest. We gotta talk about your recent Killifish success because I just wanna congratulate you publicly because you said you took 75 Australs to Fish and Friends, and like I just want like that is so much success. Like how do you feel when, and is this the first time you've taken that many killifish to a store or something? Like, how do you feel like when you have a project that works out that well? Like,
Yeah, I mean, that was honestly, that's the most fish I've ever taken to a store. I mean, even when I was doing the electric blue cars and I've had hundreds of them, because then they would only take 50 of them or something. I think probably 50 is the most I ever sold at one time. And truth be told, once I didn't even I didn't even think about it. But when I was so excited to count as I'm counting the fish, like all right, 2, 3, 6, 12, 14. I'm just trying to count as many as I can count, trying to get that number up. And then when I walked in and handed him the bag, and he was like, "Oh, wow, they're kind of small, aren't they?" And then I started looking at them, and I was like, "Oh shit, yeah, half of them probably aren't even close to sellable size." So, in truth, I probably took maybe 30 or 40 of sellable size, and then probably whatever the balance is, he's going to have to grow out.
oh, come on, don't be rude. Come on, don't be rude, Blake. These are the killifish. Come on, man. As long as they don't come in skinny and weird, you gotta be happy. You gotta be happy.
Well, yeah, they look good, and they were, yeah. I mean, I'm sure they'll do fine for him, but I wish I would have held on to him a little longer, grown him up a little bit. I'll know next time,
Yeah.
just hang on to him for another month.
So how do you get to there? I mean, it's 4 years since the baby pleco. Now you're here, big Steve's glass box. The streets are talking about you, and you got all these Astrals. Like, what did it take for this time to get all of them?
Uh, Honestly, the clubs, man, the clubs are really. I mean, I I learned a lot. I've learned a lot from YouTube,
Mm-hmm.
but if I didn't have the local clubs, I wouldn't first off, I wouldn't even know Blake to reach out to him. And I don't even know that I would know. I don't I Having the clubs has kind of made so many local connections that that's kind of really probably been the biggest factor. And plus just buying all the fish because I couldn't pay retail, for all the fish that I have. I got so, I'd go broke if I had to, pay $100 for every pair of Apistos I have. I mean, you know, so
That's so
I think
true.
really the clubs are huge, man. I really feel sorry for the guys the people that say that I don't have any clubs by me because that sucks.
Yeah.
Clubs are clubs are awesome, and honestly, a large part of that is Scotty. I mean, I didn't care about Killifish. They weren't really. I didn't even know what they were like. And Scotty was kind of like the one that really got me interested in it, and kind of even opened my eyes up to him.
Yeah.
And so he was definitely a big influence and wanting to focus on Killifish for sure.
That's definitely, Killies are such like a niche. I think they are getting more popular, but it is funny how you do kind of have to have someone that like gets you into them, like a Scotty or something like that, where it's like, okay, I didn't know these were over here, and then you know that's where the club connections come in. And I totally agree because you know the Discord and all that stuff. Like some people I've now met on the internet, but it's like you, Aaron, and John, all these other people. Like I never would have met without the clubs. And even buying fish retail. What about when you kill a fish when you're learning and you try again like the next time? Imagine you're trying to breed something, and if you fail, it's like I want to get it right this time, but it's another 100 or whatever it is. Like that's the unfortunate part is like things do die when you're learning, and the clubs are definitely a way. Like besides just buying fish, like hey, this went wrong with this fish, and then you have someone that sold it to you but also bred it, so they know all the things that could have gone wrong because they probably made that mistake before, you know. um
For sure,
so that's pretty
for
cool.
sure.
Now the electric blue car, that's what your profile picture is, right?
Yeah, that was actually like the first intentional breeding that I ever did. So I had a pair of Epistos and a pair of electric blue cars. I thought it was a pair. I wasn't even sure, but yeah, they bred the a car's bred first, and there for a while, man, I was just overloaded with them. I mean, I had hundreds of them. Those I don't understand why those fish cost so much in the store. If you go in the store and you see them, they're at least $20 or $30 a piece. Like,
Yeah.
they breed as I feel like almost as easy as a combo. Like
Wow.
they were breeding even when I didn't want them to. They were the babies that I was growing out were breeding. I was still growing them out and they were breeding.
Wait,
Like the
really?
babies.
Like that small?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, they were probably, I don't know, an inch and a half or 2 inches maybe, but they were decent size. But yeah, I mean, you know, how when you grow up a spawn, some of them are just way bigger than other ones.
Yeah, yeah.
The bigger ones, you know, the smaller ones were just getting to be a sellable size, and the bigger ones were already spawning.
Wow.
So yeah, I never really never did understand why they hold their value like they do. You think that the market would just get flooded with them,
I know
but
definitely Grace has been trying to get rid of all of hers that she I know she sent a bunch to Dan. Um but she
you know
still
what? I
had
did hear you say that.
yeah, but she still is bringing a card to every single auction. And they're going for nothing. Like it's crazy.
I know the feeling. Yeah, it was definitely to that point there at the end. I had like taken them to CTE Aquatics. I had taken them to House of Tropics. I had taken them to Crayfish. I mean, I had taken them to everyone. Like everybody's like, "No, I don't need no more. I don't need no more." I'm like, "Okay."
The downside. Do you still keep them?
No, I actually that last one that I sold at the I guess it was like 2 auctions ago. That was the last one. So
Okay.
no, right now I don't have any.
So it took you that long to get rid of them all.
I kind of held on to that last one just because I've always wanted to have them, but you know, always wanted to have the holy cow.
I heard that. That was the thunder?
Yeah,
That was crazy. I heard it like cut out a little bit, but I heard it. Jesse
yeah.
said, Steve, don't forget to message me about your other Killies. He's circling, man. He's circling you."
Hold up. Shouldn't he saying that she got blue Galaris eggs?
Oh, Steve, the blue
Oh
Galaris I just
shit.
got on Saturday left presents in the spawning mop already.
Yeah, she
Hey.
went with me. She went with me to Blake's, and she got a pair of blue Galaris too. And
Oh, nice.
apparently, she's already got eggs.
You don't got eggs for yours yet?
Damn. I haven't checked in a while, to be honest with you. I checked maybe about a week ago and didn't see a single thing.
Mm,
And I've just been kind of leaving them be, trying to hammer them with the live food, with the worms and all, and
yeah.
trying to give them a little bit of time. But I guess I need to start paying a little better attention.
Yeah, I know how that is. I got the dwarf red pair, and I've been getting some eggs from them, but so many of them are bad. It's just been frustrating, so I haven't been checking it as much as I probably should, because it's like there's nothing more frustrating than like going through the effort of picking eggs and like 90% of them are bad. Like I think my mail is old. I think
So when you say bad, what do you think is bad about them? Like, are
they're
they're fungusing over, or
they're,
just
they're infertile. Like you can kind of tell. Um, they're kind
so
of
you
known
know right off
for
the bat?
a lot of the time. I don't know exactly how to describe accurately, but yeah, you can kind of tell when an egg is bad. Like it'll get like a little white speck in the middle very quickly. Like you can tell it's infertile. The Galaris are kind of like infamous for throwing bad eggs, or definitely the dwarf red strain. Um, Breton said, "Who the hell is charging 100 for a pair of Epistos?" Have you gone to a store recently, Breton? I feel like there's a lot of $100 Epistos out there.
Yeah, I mean, House of Tropics isn't the cheapest place, but I mean, they're not crazy. They had one pair there that was 100. I forget what it was.
Do they have a Elizabeth?
Um,
That's one that's almost always.
that might have been it. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
either Elizabeth or that
Yeah, the
Nijison or
niece and I.
Nisan.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was one of those two. Um, yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I might have been exaggerating on that a little bit, but I mean, retail,
No, no.
it can definitely get expensive.
Jesse said, not House of Tropical. Jessica. Every time I take her to House of Tropical, she's like, that's like her least favorite store to go to. I don't know. there's always so many like it's so much stuff going on. There's so much stuff going on in there. I thought it was so funny
And
when someone said that there used to be a bench outside, but they had to remove it because people were like doing drugs. I was like, what?
oh yeah, I mean that's Glen Burnie. I mean, yeah,
Yeah,
you can see that.
yeah.
I can definitely see that.
God. So I put an aquarium coast sponge floating in tank and killifish dropped eggs in. No need for spiny moths. Okay. So I'm gonna say, guys, I'll only say because of Big Steve. One of my new secret techniques for the Procatopus is coarse sponge floating. Because they eject their crevice spawners, they inject the eggs into it, and it's like they do it deep enough where nothing can really eat the egg. And I find like with the like mops and stuff, even like snails can eat the eggs a little easier. So definitely for some killifish, floating coarse sponge works really well. I'm doing it for those for Laffy that Chris brings. It works for them too. That's my
So
that's
what are
my
they laying them inside, like in the tube, or they're laying them on the outside?
no. It's just just the sponge part. So they lay it in this like there's little holes in the core sponge. Like they eject it so with
Yeah.
so much force it goes into the sponge. Like it goes like
Oh wow.
2 holes deep into the sponge. And because the sponge is black, it's really easy to see them against it too. So I've been just doing that, and then I take the sponge out after a while and put it in a empty tank.
I
But
probably have to get some fresh sponges because mine are all covered in BBA.
yeah, that's the only thing. That's the only thing is finding the
I
right
got
sponge.
I got a serious BBA problem, and I'm freaking blackbeard algae just won't go away.
Well, here's the thing. What I like about fish keeping is everyone has like their little thing. Like this is the perfect turkey baster. This is the perfect sponge. Like, what are some of those like kind of mundane things like that where you're like, I couldn't live without this.
I got one little scooper, one little that came with a bottle of food or something, and that's just my perfect scooper when I'm going around doing like the easy fry food or whatever, or
Right?
any small foods. It's if I lose that scooper, I'll be quickly trying to get another one from somewhere. It's definitely mine.
How do you keep from losing stuff like that? Because I'm constantly losing everything.
I was gonna say I lose it daily. I just find
Okay.
it daily as well. And sometimes it may disappear for 2 or 3 days, and then I pop back up, and I'm like, oh, thank God.
Okay, okay. So every now and then you do feel the despair of not having your scooper. Sometimes.
100%.
Well, Branton of course says
100%.
he couldn't live without his containers. My containers are so nice. I gotta be honest, Branton. Sometimes I get concerned about your love for these containers and stuff, man.
What kind of container? What are we talking about? Like Tupperware?
I well, I know he's got like the big, totes that he has worms in, like like you would store stuff in, like the 27-gallon totes. That's like what he made his white worm container. I don't know what other ones. When I was talking with him, he kept pulling things in the frame. Like I'd mention, like, oh, a battery for like a drill, and then he pull like a battery in, like it was just there. Like he's got all sorts of gadgets in his room that I just don't understand how they even fit. Like,
He's got the whole world within arm's reach.
yeah, no, seriously. Like I'd be like, oh yeah, my car is like. He's like, I got my car right here, and like beep beep, and it's just like turns the camera, his car's there. I don't know, man. Like it's just one of those things. But besides your scooper, what else are the things kind of like? Do you have a favorite container? Do you have a favorite net?
I mean, I definitely have a favorite siphon hose.
Okay.
Yes, Gravelback. I got this one little. It's like 1 inch tube, but it's a really long, like I don't know, 18 or 2 foot long tube. So you can get in between the plants and stuff. You can do
Mm,
your detail work, but it doesn't suck all. It gives you enough room that you can play with the sand, so you're not sucking all the sand out.
mm.
Um, that's probably one of my favorite things. Honestly, one of the best things was those this brown shrimp hatchers. Like I tried so many of those little homemade do-it-yourself 2 liter bottles and all that crap. And, you spill them, knock them over, crack them, lose the cap, whatever. And
Yep.
I bought those things, whatever, paid $100 for two of them, like 2 or 3 years ago, and they're still going just like they were. I mean, those were probably one of my favorite pools, I guess you could say.
So, are you another brine shrimp addict? Are you a daily hatcher?
Yeah,
Oh God.
yeah, for sure.
Oh God. Here we
Yeah.
go. Here we go. Another one. Because you, Brighton, and Aaron are like the two people in my life. They're like the most like the brine shrimp. If it's not part of their daily routine, they're having a bad day. Like,
I definitely feel like I'm ripping my fish off if I don't have baby brine shrimp to give them. I feel like I'm cheating them.
oh my gosh. So, do you feel like baby brine shrimp like you have to do baby brine shrimp if you're breeding fish? Like, you have to.
No, because I did it for quite a while without doing it.
Okay.
I used to say, no, I'm not doing that. Like, but then listening to Corey and you know, he kept saying, to make all the difference, to step your game up on growing out fish, you have to do baby brine shrimp. So finally, I broke down and started with a little homemade thing, like I said. Yeah, you can see a difference. I mean, they definitely grow up faster. I mean,
Right.
there's no doubt in my mind that there's more protein, and just they all eat it. There's no, it's not, did they eat? Did they not eat? You just dump it in. They ate. You know that they ate.
Right.
So,
You can see it.
yeah, I
They're
mean, I
glowing.
definitely, yeah, they're glowing. Yeah, you can see their stomachs. They ate, but yeah, I mean, I did definitely put it off for probably 2 years, and I don't know, quite a while, just doing that. Yeah, easy fry food. Before he did the float, the green bottle stuff, just the fry food that he used to sell. I guess he still sells it,
Yeah.
but that was, that and the Hikari, what is it, first lights or whatever, that dust. That I raised a lot of fish with that. But yeah, anymore, if I have baby fish, I'm definitely doing brown shrimp.
Um,
I mean, if I don't have any babies, maybe I might stop for a couple weeks, week or two, not doing any. But as soon as I got babies again, I'm hatching them again.
you guys make me feel so lazy. I need to go. I feel like I need to go hatch some now.
I mean, I like doing it. I like going around and feeding them. I mean, I hate setting it up every night. Like it's annoying doing the whole process, but I put them in my little squirt bottle and going around. And just I don't. I just
No,
like
that
doing
it
it.
is fun. So do yours hatch like by the morning? Like you put them in the night, they're hatched in the morning, or
No, 24 hours. I'll
24
set them
hours?
up
Okay,
at
okay,
night and then
okay.
harvest them the next night.
No, Brandon
But
agrees.
there's
He said he feels bad too when he's not doing it.
yeah, yeah. I mean, I feel like I'm ripping them off, but every once in a while I'll get too busy or got home late, and then the next day I'll go to and they stink so bad I just got to dump it out.
Uh,
That stuff gets nasty quick.
yeah.
So I mean, sometimes I'm still doing the powder food, but I'd say 90%, 95% we're doing baby brine shrimp.
Okay. Okay. Well, Brandon's setting up 5 minutes max. It's so easy. I take poops longer than that. He says. Yeah, yeah, man. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's just a mental block for me. I'm bad with routine. I'm bad with routine. That's what it
And
is.
and Jesse doesn't do brine shrimp. That's wild.
Bringing in all those wild fish and no brine shrimp. That's crazy. So what are you feeding them, man? He's got that farm. He probably has some exotic fly or something that he can't get enough of. It's
You have to
Cheryl's.
ask
Go
next
for it.
time I'm asking Brandon, like, how far away? Oh, that's three poops away.
Brett, do you always measure your time by poops? Cheryl asked. That's crazy. So, okay, going back a little bit. Tell me about your childhood.
Oh shit, here we go.
I'm joking. I got I got the cigar. I'll be a Jorge right now.
You got it. Did you hear that one?
Which? Oh yeah, that's what that
The
was.
thunder?
The thunder again.
Yeah. Shit.
No, but
It's wicked.
you know, one of the things about these conversations is, you know, information, sharing experience. I think it's really interesting what you said about the clubs and how that got you to, having all these fish. So like tell me about like your first club meeting. Like how did you hear about it? How did you end up going and what was that like?
First club meeting was PVAS when they had LRB come for a speaker. I was big on Aquarium Co-op. I was watching Corey all the time. I was watching LRB, Prime Time, like, the big ones.
Mhm.
And I had heard, well, LRB had said something about he was going to be in Virginia, do a talk. And I was like, wait a minute, what? Like,
Mm,
I didn't even know there was a Virginia club. I didn't, I kept always thinking, man, I wish there were some clubs around here I could go to. There ain't no clubs around here. I just didn't know about them.
right.
So then I, did a little research and drove down there. It was whatever, an hour and a half, and met LRB and hung out, did the whole thing, and then we went out to dinner afterwards. And man, I was just hooked. It was like I don't feel crazy around these people. Like you talk to people and they're like, "You got how many fish tanks?" Like, yeah, that's not normal. And then I go, I got 20. Yeah, that's not normal. And then I meet these guys and they got 80 fish tanks. And I'm like, yes, these are my people. Like, all right, cool. I'm not crazy. So I was like, after I left that first meeting, I was like, I'll be back. Like, for sure, I'll be back. Like, that was it, really.
Wow.
Yeah, just being able to hang out with like-minded people.
So that's all it took was one meeting, and you're a social butterfly. You went to the dinner afterwards too. First meeting. Wow.
Yeah, yeah. Then they said they didn't even invite, like, they just kind of put out a blanket invitation, said, we're going to dinner afterwards. And yeah, honestly, I don't know why I went because it's not really like me to do that, but I did. And yeah, we just sat there and hung out and ate dinner, and it was just really cool. I was at that time, I was in the process of trying to learn how to breed rice fish, and he had started talking about, I forget what his talk was. I don't remember if it was about natural. I don't remember what it was about, but we got on the topic of rice fish, and I mean, me and him just talked for probably an hour about
Wow.
rice fish, and I was just, so many. I was so excited to have somebody that I could ask the questions to, and I kind of half trusted what they said. Like, this guy knows what he's talking about. Like, so. Because when you're trying to get your information through streams and you're asking Corey a question and he can only answer so many questions, it's like, okay, this was one stream and I got one question answered.
Right.
Now LRB sitting right in front of me and I can quiz him, like,
Right.
so I'm sure he was probably like, man, get this guy away from me, dude. I just want to sit here and relax. Why does this guy keep quizzing me? But
No,
it
that's
was cool.
awesome.
Yeah, it was a neat experience. It was cool.
So did you meet like in that first meeting? Did you meet people that became like your fish friends going forward, or like what was it the next few meetings that you kind of started meeting more people?
Yeah, it took a couple meetings really before, I started, um, really getting to know people. I started doing, like, I guess it's probably the second meeting I volunteered to do, run it, to be a runner. And it's just an easy way to help out and you don't really have to think. It's just, it keeps you busy and you get to see everything that's in the auction.
Right.
So
And for
that was
people
kind of my,
that haven't gone, the runners, they're the ones that just go to the table of all the items and bring them up to the auctioneer, just in case anyone hasn't gone.
yeah.
Although most people in this chat are degenerates, so. But okay, so you're the runner, and that kind of helped you meet
Yeah,
people.
that got me to, at least then okay, I know this guy likes a Pistos because he just bought 3 pairs of Pistos. So then afterwards I'd go ask him a question about, hey, if you breed those, I'd like to get some or, whatever. I just kind of use that as my end. to talk to people, and yeah, it's kind of all she wrote. And then I found out about the Pennsylvania clubs, which were
Mm,
a lot closer. And honestly, I haven't been back to PVAS since, really, which
yeah,
kind of shitty. I should go back and visit every once in a while, but
it's a drive. It's definitely a drive.
it it's a hike. It's about an hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes for me.
And even if it's not long, like you still get those DC commuter. It's just stressful driving. Like people
Yeah,
that tell
it's
me
miserable.
they hate driving to Maryland, I'm like, no, you hate DC commuters. They drive differently. That commute, if you do it regularly, it just does something to your mentality when you drive. Like it breaks you.
495 is like the Wild Wild West, man. That's like the Indy 500 or something, man. It's just no rules on 495.
Brian said, "Does one learn how to breed rice fish? I've always just had them multiply." Shut up, man.
Man,
Shut
I
up.
struggled with them. I struggled. It got to the point where I would spot the females carrying the eggs, catch the females, manually take the eggs, put them in a breeder box, and then hatch them that way because they would just keep eating their fry. I had them in a planted tank full of I think it was back when I was big on pogo salmon. I mean, it was a packed full of plants. I'm like, I don't understand why they're not breeding. Are they all males? Are they all females? Like, what am I doing wrong? And then I finally spotted a female with eggs, and I'm like, okay, so she's got eggs. They're making eggs. Like, why am I not finding? So I was scared to pull the eggs off of her fin because I didn't know if I'd hurt her or not. I didn't know, if she's got to naturally release them. I didn't know if they were still attached some way. Like if I pulled on them, if I'd pull something out. But he was like, no, you can pull them off. That's fine. And I went home and manually just pulled the eggs off and dropped them in a hang on breeder box. And a couple of days later, I had little eyelashes floating around. I was like,
Mm.
wow, check it out.
So, did you ever solve your mystery on why you were having problems with them, or
I think they were just eating them.
okay?
I think they were just eating the fry. I don't know. Maybe I wasn't feeding enough or something, or
I mean, I haven't had that
I don't know.
magical experience of just more rice fish showing up. I've always had to pick eggs or something.
Well, I mean, I feel like a screw up because a lot of people do act like they're that easy. Like, it's not uncommon for people to have a lot of luck breeding rice fish, and I was struggling.
Yeah. Brandon says I've got daisies, platinums, and Kohaku lames all colony breeding. Well, I mean, I don't like you, so. Oh, I hate
Yeah,
those people. They're just like, "What? You're having problems breeding that?" I'm like, I don't want to hear the next words to come out of your mouth. I've got 3,000.
well, I mean, to be honest, that's really how most of my fish breed. I mean, if you say, "Are you trying to breed them?" If by trying to breed them is feeding them live food, then yes. But like, I'm not coinciding water changes with storms or like lowering pH to trigger spawning. Like I just feed the crap out of them and they make more babies. I mean, it's not like I really know what I'm doing. I feed a lot. I think that's just really all I really do.
Interesting.
I know
All right.
that's all I do. I don't really try.
Okay. So how much do you feed them?
I mean it. Uh, you could well, I could probably look in the bottom of all my tanks right now and find blackworms coming up through the substrate because I go real heavy on the blackworms.
Okay.
That's I go, we have Go Fish here in Rosedale, and they're pretty much always have blackworms. So I kind of feel lucky because a lot of people can't get blackworms. Sounds like a lot of people have trouble getting blackworms, and we kind of have a unlimited supply of them if you feel like paying for them.
Right.
But that's why I'm gonna start doing these white worms because I'm tired of paying for blackworms.
True. The white worms do seem like the closest thing to the black worms as far as like size and just function.
But I don't think they like them as much as blackworms.
Yeah.
Like if I dump a pile of blackworms in and the fish, they're just on fire. If I dump in a pile of white worms, like they eat them, but they don't get in a frenzy. Like I don't know, they just don't seem like they're as excited.
Interesting. Brand said you gotta pound him, Steve.
Yeah.
Brandon 25. Oh my god.
Take him to Pound Town.
Yo, someone ban Branton right now. Quick. You can't chill in the chat. Jesse says, Brant, what the hell? Branton's a mod and I'm not. What kind of favoritism is this? Listen, man. I'm kind of with you right now. I feel like I'm also questioning. But Branton also
I'm
goes
gonna
on
lose a
and on.
wrench.
Okay, so let's talk some fish, man. These you got fried from these Nanochromis transvestitis, which has been the background for my stream for like a month. It's not now. It's on the. What was your reaction like? Yeah, come on, show us. And then I want to
Yeah,
hear what was your reaction when you saw those fry around, man. Wow,
if you can really see, yeah, there you go.
is that them right there floating there back there?
Yeah, should have
Wow.
maybe cleaned my glass a little
No, no,
bit.
I see him. Oh my god, and I see the parent above. Oh my
Oh
god,
yes,
bro.
yes.
I'm so jealous. And I see they're right at the edge of the moss too.
Yeah, there's a lot more in there than that. They're kind of hiding right now. I mean, I don't know, there might be 100 of them. It
Jesus.
was a, it was a big spawn,
That's awesome. Do you
and
have
they
anything else in there?
seem no. Well, yeah, I had some Limia Islay, the tiger limias, and I guess maybe I should have noticed because they just all disappeared. And then like 3 days later, I had a bunch of Nanochromis babies. So, it
They
was like
cleared the house up.
they did. They cleaned out. Uh, that should have been my indicator that something's going on.
Okay, and these are
There's the
these
goldies.
Australs?
Yeah, those are the gold Australies.
Oh, that's nice. So you like a black substrate?
Yeah, so yeah, I started with the blasting sand just because it was so cheap.
Right.
And
Oh, that's
pretty
awesome.
much almost every tank has blasting sand.
All right.
I say that, and then there's your betas.
All right. Oh, hey, that one's looking like it's getting pretty sizable.
Yeah, they're definitely growing. They're so cool. They're literally like little mini snakeheads.
Yeah. Yeah. So now that
They're
you've
so cool.
added some more, is it you've been seeing them more?
Yeah, the other day there was 5 of them that were all out at one time, so I know I have at least 5.
Mm. Yeah. Look at that. And what's the plant behind them?
Uh, then Mayaka, something, and then a whole bunch of Tang and Hornwort.
Mm.
Honestly, that's probably if you want to talk about like strategy for breeding. You'll notice like all my tanks are
Mm.
full of Tang. I just have Tang in all the tanks, and I think it just gives them enough cover that they feel safe to spawn.
So how do you get the Saswashertang to grow? Because I agree. Like whenever I've had Saswashertang in a tank, like way more stuff survives. Like it just seems to provide way more structure for things to hide in. How do you get it to grow like quickly so you can spread it everywhere?
Yeah, I don't think there is a quickly.
Damn.
Honestly, I think it's a low and slow kind of thing. I don't think that you can really turbocharge that. I mean, yeah, because I even had, and there's some in my CO2 tanks, and it's not like I really notice a big difference in the CO2 tanks.
All right.
And I really think almost low light. Like, I don't think it really wants a lot of light. I think it does better with low light.
Okay. Interesting.
So,
Brighton
and it's,
asks, are there different varieties of Astrals?
yes, so, and actually, I saw when I was at Fishing Friends, they were just Aphyosemion australe, and they were like brown, which I've seen. I think they were called like chocolate australes or something.
Right.
Like I've seen that listed before, but I think that's just the wild version. I don't know 100%,
Yeah.
but then when I was talking to Aaron at that last meeting, he was talking about there being gold Australis and orange Australis. So I guess the golds are like less orange. They're kind of more like a yellow than orange. And
Sure.
then the orange are obviously orange.
Okay.
So
Well, why not? Why not?
yeah, yeah. I
Everything
mean,
got a
what,
different food name.
yeah, I mean, I guess it's kind of like somebody made theirs just a little bit better and decided to call it something different. Now it's another strain. No, it's just a little bit oranger.
That's what it's all about. Cheryl said, I love wild betas. I may need to rethink which tanks my Cory colonies are in to get more betas. Uh, I'm with you. This is my first wild beta. I've been spreading them around, and I'm into it. I'm about to get my fourth spawn of them. I want more. I want more types. Oh
These are
man.
the macrostoma.
Oh man, those. Oh man. Look at that. Look at that. And your tanks are immaculate, man. Like I I feel very like this is like my goals. I love this. Everything is so clean and green. Oh, look at that. Is it the Hungs? Hungs? I don't know how to say it.
Yeah, Kongsley. Yeah, these are the red Kongsley Reds that
Mm,
I got those from Aquatic Clarity when we did that group buy.
they look nice. They look very nice. Oh, are these the
That guy's
McMaster
a
Eye?
stud. Yeah, that's the McMaster Eye.
Very pretty. Very
He's a
pretty.
stud.
Look at those that finish. That's looking gorgeous.
Yeah.
Have you gotten spawns from these epistos yet?
They spawned one time in a group tank. I had them in a community tank and they spawned. But I noticed, I don't know if you can tell, but she's starting to make a little pile in front of the entrance to her cave there.
Yep.
So I kind of think maybe they're getting in the mood. They're getting close.
Yeah.
That's one
Hopefully.
thing I've kind of tried to look for, anything that's different. If they start making piles or you typically see them all the time and then you don't see them all the time, like
Yeah.
then something changes, then something's going on.
So do
I'll look
you?
all the little
Some people say
babies there.
like, oh my gosh, is that back to the Nanochromis?
No, that's the Hungsleys.
Oh, you got babies from them.
Yeah,
Man,
yeah.
that is awesome. So do they herd the baby? It looks like the babies are kind of just floating around. Do they herd them really, or?
They did at first, for like maybe the first week or two. Oops. But now they just kind of free swim and do their thing.
Do you notice like the females getting like those like yellow bellies or anything like that near spawning time? Because I've heard people talk about that with some pistos.
I mean, I don't know about their belly. I definitely see the female in general get more yellow. She definitely colors up and gets more yellow and black, the black barring on the side.
Right.
But I don't know that I've really ever noticed their belly in particular.
That's cool though. I love the way that you have your tank set up so
I mean,
you
let's see
don't
if I can.
you don't have to pick eggs and stuff. You're like, look, they're gonna spawn the way that they spawn. I'm gonna plant it up and yeah, wow, that's nice.
That's the majority of where all my fish come from is these few tanks. I mean, this is my living room. I have a rack in my living room,
Oh,
but
nice.
you know, there
So you got a
that's pretty much
very efficient operation.
yeah. I'm definitely jealous of the when I hear all these guys that say, "Oh, I got 40 tanks." I'm just like, man, if I had 40 tanks, I could really do something.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I just don't have space right now.
So do you
These
raise fry with their parents most of the time for all your fish, or?
It depends what it is. So like the Nanochromis, I pulled out. Oh, I just saw a Tiger Limia. So there's at least one still living in there.
Oh wow, they're just hide.
Um,
They must be hiding.
yeah, they're fearing for their life.
Oh god.
These are kind of cool. I don't know if you can see these. These are Macrobranchium shrimp.
They look
They're called.
huge.
They're pretty big. I mean, they're like as a large mono shrimp or something.
Yeah.
But they got like long feet. Like they stand up real tall.
It's like a ghost shrimp kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah, similar to a ghost shrimp. Yeah, a little bigger, but I've been having a good time with those. They're kind of cool. I got those from Blake.
They reproducing in there or
They haven't yet. We're not even sure if they will in fresh water.
right. Right.
Talking to Blake about, I've looked at, like, there's not a lot of information about them. I don't think they know,
That's pretty
or at
cool
least
though.
I don't. It's not generally known anyway.
Right. I always love the new like
That's,
random shrimp and stuff. Cheryl said, "Come on, Steve. I have 60 tanks in a house less than 1,000 square feet. You can do it."
yeah. See, I don't really have an excuse. And then this
Spider
is part
farmer.
of
Oh,
my.
now I'm scared. Now I'm scared.
It's
Uh,
just my plant. These
wow.
are all my plants.
So plant fetish. Come on, get us in on this. What are you enjoying in here?
So in here, this opened up. Like this is a Prince of Orange philodendron. This is I think it's called White Wizard.
Hmm.
Mm, little bonsai here that I've been working on.
Oh,
And
nice.
then that's a dwarf pomegranate bonsai there.
A dwarf pomegranate.
Uh,
Wow.
this is a little dwarf begonia.
I love the little.
Um,
I love those little trees. That's cool.
just all kinds of different stuff. This is live sphagnum moss that Rack sent me last week. That's doing really good.
Ooh, that looks
I was
cool.
kind of excited. Yeah, I was kind of excited about that. I bought this at one of our auctions like 3 or 4 months ago, and it has not grown one single bit. And this one has already doubled in like a week. So I'm like, this. I don't even think
Damn.
this is alive. I think that's just green algae. I don't even think it's alive. I think that's just algae growing on it. I don't think it's alive. I think it's
that
dead.
that would be sick, man. If you get that going, double it every week, I'm gonna definitely need to. I might be able to do that. That might be a plant I can actually keep alive. Oh, hey,
This is some rainbow shiners and longfin mountain minnows. And
nice.
then there's your pelvicochromis dragonfelsii.
Oh, you said they spawned.
Which, yeah, she did. And she might have moved. I bet if I shined a light in there, she may have eggs because she was down here in this bottom one
Hmm.
and she had some babies in there. But
It's hard to tell with them. They
I,
definitely move babies around. They definitely do.
yeah, yeah, she's been moving them around. So I don't know. They may be up there with her. Or she might have done a fresh spawn. I don't know.
I like the cave towers though. I think that's cool. She definitely looks like she got
Yeah,
some babies in there. She's telling you to back off.
yes,
Oh my god,
she's
I love
cool.
them. I love those guys.
And then I got my eels over here, but I don't even see them right now. There's one down in the corner.
Oh, what kind of eels are these?
Those are those dwarf red tail eels that Dan sells.
Nice. How have those been doing for you?
Oh, they're great, man. Let's see if I put my hand in, they'll come out.
Oh
There they are.
wow. Wow. Look at that.
Do it.
Oh, they look
They're literally,
incredible.
they're,
Oh, they look like they're doing very well for you.
they're cool. They're fat too.
Yeah, I was gonna say they're. I had them, but I couldn't get mine to eat properly. I think maybe there's
Really?
I think maybe there's too many other things in the tank with them. Maybe they're intimidated. But they didn't. They
Gotcha.
didn't.
Yeah, I mean,
They didn't seem
these
to want to
guys will eat.
eat.
And
What? They'll eat like anything?
they'll eat anything, man. Flake food, like Vibra bites, like they'll literally eat anything.
Damn. Okay. Yeah. No. Mine. I had a hard time getting them to eat. Like I was putting all sorts of live foods in there. They never got this fat. So,
Oh,
damn.
they go crazy for bloodworms. They love
I'm gonna have
bloodworms.
to try. I'm gonna have to try again. Make a tank just for them next time because these look amazing. Like you've got them in fantastic condition. Look at this.
And
That's
again, it's just a tank full of wasser tank. I mean,
bro.
it's literally
What do you what
floor to ceiling.
what do I need to? I need to. We need to make a trade. I need some Swatter tank. That's what I need.
I can help. I can help you with that. I can do
Okay,
that.
okay. I have an extra kidney. I don't really need. I don't really need. Oh, oh, we're about to see some. Are these the
You see that?
geckos?
No, this is vampire crabs. There's one in the corner there.
Ooh.
I don't know if you can see them or not.
What are those things hanging off the wall?
No, let me just get this out of here.
You said those are cool.
They're
Yeah,
just little like planter things.
nice. Hey, oh, yep, I see him. Ooh, oh, that's bright red,
Oh yeah,
and they're fast. That was fast.
yeah, they're pretty quick. They really are like spiders, man. They're like,
Yeah, I was just about to say. I kind of it kind of creeped me out a little bit.
mm,
How good are they at climbing? Are they huge escape artists?
I can't see him. Oh, there it is.
Wow. Yeah, that's cool.
Get this thing to focus.
And you got this thing planted up like crazy, man. It's pretty. Those are
Yeah,
cool.
that's. I mean, they've been doing great in here. I just feed them. Oh, there's a purple one right there too. See, straight down.
Oh, yep, I see them. Nice. That they're on my list. I want them so bad. I want to try and breed them, but I don't know anything about crabs, and I need to make a tank for them.
There's nothing to them, man. I mean, I fed them. They'll eat flake food. That spirulina flakes. Like they'll eat spirulina flakes. I feed them fruit flies just because I have fruit flies for the
Mm.
dart frog. Oh yeah, dart frogs. I forgot about those too. Got dart frogs.
Oh, how could you
Forgot
forget
about
the
them.
dart frogs, man?
Yeah, because they are
Those are
kind of
dope.
one of my
Those are
favorite.
dope though. You gotta breed those so you can so I can buy them from you. Oh, hey, look at that guy.
There's the breeder male.
Yeah, he looks very nice.
Man, that's as orange can get, if you ask me.
Yeah, and those tail extensions. Look at them streamers. That's a nice fish right there.
If he makes it to September, he's gonna go in the fish show.
Okay,
We'll
okay.
see.
Might be able to see
We'll
him at the
see.
clash. That'd be pretty cool. That'd be very cool. Yeah, we're definitely making this a swasher tank deal next time I see you.
No problem.
I'll hit up my surgeon.
Well,
Ooh,
right there. Here we go.
where's this frog at?
Three guys. Three guys out. Three guys out. I'm gonna do the
See that the
fish
dart
show.
frog people. Every time you go, it's like, where's the frogs? They're like, well, in there somewhere. Oh, oh, there he is. Look at that.
And it's two. Oh, there's the other one. Was in the coconut hut.
Mm. Okay, those are bigger than I expected. There's some small dart frogs, but those look hard to miss, man. That's crazy yellow and
And then
black.
the morning geckos are in here too, but you can't really see him. He's up in the top, and
Okay, so
they hide pretty good.
you can keep the dart frogs with some other stuffs too.
Yeah, I mean it's one of those things like the betta police and the chicken police. Like the dart frog police will tell you no, you can't do that. Like you can't co-have them, but
Right.
um,
I've only talked to like a few dart frog people, and it definitely seems like I was like, okay, this is one of those. Everyone has very strict specifications on how to keep these kind of thing. Oh, look at that blue Galaris. Hello, sir. Hello.
And he's posing too. They don't never sit still that long.
No, they're great fish. They're not a shy fish. They're also they'll come nibble on your hands and stuff. Like they're fun.
I mean, that female is fat.
Yeah,
Like, so I'm gonna have to start checking for eggs because she is.
they should be throwing eggs. They lay eggs
Yeah,
pretty regularly. Now Brighton asked me, "What Nick? How big were the gudgeon cave? The caves you spawned the gudgeons in? I think they were 3/4 inch PVC pipes. I believe. I think that's how big they were." Nick, I
that's
got
one
some
of the
fire stuff coming
HG.
tomorrow. Okay, Jesse. Oh, whoa, whoa. What's that?
It's called a Leachianus gecko. So it's the largest species of gecko in the world.
I mean,
Obviously, that's a baby,
what?
but
Okay, I was like, I don't know how big geckos are at average, but that looks pretty sizable to me.
no, that up front, overall, that's probably maybe 5 inches, but they'll get like 14 to 17 inches
Damn.
and weigh a couple pounds. Yeah, when you get done, look up Leachy, just Leachie gecko, and they're super cool, man. They got another one right there.
How do you manage having all this different stuff? Like, is it hard, or is it just you keep them in a way that makes it easy?
I mean, it definitely gets a little tedious because you gotta. Let's switch back.
Oh yeah, these geckos get
Um,
huge. I just looked them up. They get big.
they do. They get big. Um, it gets a little tedious trying to keep up with because you gotta culture the fruit flies for the dart frogs and the morning geckos, and then the brine shrimp and the white worms and the micro worms and the grindle worms. I mean, keeping all those cultures continually like remembering, oh man, I better set up another culture because this one's gonna cash out in like a week or two.
Right.
I've definitely got myself in a jam where I'm like, shit, I don't have any fruit flies. What am I gonna do? So, but once you learn how to do it, and you just gotta stay on it.
True.
It's
True.
not too bad um, once you get a little system going. But honestly, right now I'm dealing with a little fruit fly infestation in my house. Like I got freaking gnats flying around and it's driving me nuts and I don't really know where they're coming from. I don't think they're coming from there because mine can't fly. So,
Right.
but when I was talking to John the other day at the show and he was saying maybe some wild ones could have got in there and bred, I mean, I guess that's possible.
Uh,
So I don't know. I might just need to throw them all away and start it with a fresh culture.
I mean, that's
But
my thing with the fruit flies. I just know that I would cause an issue in my house with them. I'd leave the lid off eventually. They'd all crawl out. Like it would happen. It would happen.
oh man, you gotta be so quick with it. Like you gotta dump them and cap it like super quick because you'll have 1,000 of them. Like
Yep.
you're just
Nope.
like
Nope. Nope.
kind of like
I'm good. That sounds terrible. I want to
oh
do the
yeah, like if
I want to do the black soldier fly larva thing. It's on my list.
Blake he had those actually. That was the first time I'd ever seen that. He had black soldier fly and blue bottle fly larva.
Nice.
Um,
Interesting. He had
which
both of
I
them.
hadn't, yeah, I had never seen that before. They were just in little deli containers. It was like a 50 count and a 100 count.
Oh,
But
bro, I gotta go to Fish and
the
Friends. What the? This is crazy.
yeah, and seriously, let me know when you go because I'll go back again. I mean, when do you go to a fish store that has blue gularis? Like, I mean, they got stingrays, they got blue gularis, they got probably 5 or 6 different kinds of apistos, and 5 or 6 different kinds of killies. I mean, just
Yeah, it sounds like you
so
killing them.
much cool stuff. He really is, man. And then he just set up a whole nother wall, and it's man, he's probably got I don't know 10 different types of guppies, and I mean pretty guppies, not mutt guppies, like
Right, right.
pretty guppies where they're
Fancy,
all the
fancy
same.
guppies.
Yes,
Assorted fancy
yes.
guppies.
like black metal lace and whatever cobra grass, or like they all got names. They're not just they fancy guppies. And then rainbow shiners and all different Danios, glow lights and choprays, and yeah, it's worth going.
That sounds pretty awesome.
You can definitely tell it's ran by a hobbyist. The guy is in it for fish, not for money.
Definitely. I'm gonna have to, maybe next week I'll go because I'm hoping I can make it to Jesse's this week. I'm hoping, and that's gonna be my big drive for the week if I do, and then make it up. Maybe hopefully I make it over to the Fishing Friends. Um, Barton for the gudgeons asked me, "Do you have to cap the end or can I shove it in the sand?" I didn't cap it, and they've spawned in it when it wasn't capped and not shoved into the sand. But you could shove it into the sand as well. Um,
What size tubes did you say you used?
I used a 3/4 inch PVC. I think. Have you done the gudgeons before?
Gotcha. No, and that's kind of one that's been on my list. Well, actually, I was kind of thinking of doing Empire. I was kind of eyeing those up the other day.
Yeah.
I mean, peacocks are cool, but the Empires are definitely little. I just can't get past their eyes, man. Their eyes always look like they are blind or something because they're always got like that white look to them.
Yep.
That's the only problem I have with the Empires. But I don't know, like gudgeons. I feel like if breeding a gudgeon is kind of like breeding a puffer to me. I don't know. It's just
Really.
such fish. I feel like I don't know why. I just kind of put them in the same category in my
I mean,
mind.
they're kind of cool.
It,
Have you seen the like
it,
the banded gudgeon, like the purple spotted gudgeon that's been popping up here and there?
I've seen that purple sailfin one.
Okay,
I don't know
okay.
about the spotted one.
The other ones, they kind of
This
look like,
purple sailfin's are cool.
yeah. The other ones kind of look like giant, more blind looking peacock gudgeons almost. They're bigger. House of Tropicals had them for a little bit.
Gotcha.
Cheryl says
Yeah, when I
my
was there,
go for it.
go ahead. No, I was just gonna say when I was there, because I was just there the other day, and they still had those what do you call those Nanocar Anomala?
Yeah,
I want to try those. Those are on my list. I really want to try those.
I just got another male of those because I did have a male who's very pretty, and the female slaughtered him. So I'm gonna try again. I got a one-eyed male from London Town because there's one. John was actually going. I was like, "Hey, while you're there, can you grab the one-eyed male?" And like, if you go, I don't know if you saw any males for sure when you're in House of Tropicals, but like after my experience with them, now when I'm going to the stores, like I'm like, okay, which ones are missing eyes? Those are probably males.
I didn't realize they were that vicious.
The females will definitely like. I was kind of like, they always say that like the females might kill the male or whatever. Like, bro, I'm talking. He's like 2, 3 times the female size. I walked up to the tank. She's beating the hell out of him. I had to take him out. I put him in a bigger tank. I had more than one female. I came over one time. They were all attacking him together. I mean, it was crazy. I kept, and then one night I went to sleep and I woke up and he was like in a little PVC pipe. Clearly, had been like chased into there by them, and like they just beat him to death. I was so sad because he was beautiful.
Yeah, that sucks.
But I'm gonna try again. My one eye, my Odin All Father. I have four. I'm gonna try and do them because they're pretty fish.
Yeah. Well, cool. Maybe if you get some, I'll buy some ears.
But what else is on your breeding to do list coming up?
Honestly, if I my biggest goal was those macrostoma. If I could do those, man, that would be. If I could get those, then probably my next biggest goal would probably be Congo spotted puffers.
Mm.
Like if I could do better macrostoma, Congo spotted puffers, then I don't know, maybe L46 plecos or something.
Okay.
Something
Hit all the
that's
big money the big money spots.
well, and it's not just that it take like it takes some time and a little bit of knowledge to do the puffers. It's not,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know what I
yeah.
mean? I think you gotta get it right and just something different.
No, no. I mean, when I say big money spots, just like those are like the things like if you're trying to breed something like especially for the challenge, like that's gonna be one of the things you think of first. Like spotted Congo
Yeah,
puffers, definitely on my list. Um.
it's definitely an investment for sure.
Oh yeah. Brandon said 236 is where it's at.
Uh, yeah, and I do have one 236, but that's it. I have one L46 and I have one 236 right now. So I need to get a couple more, but
Okay.
it's just tough to
You're only like
cough up that cash.
half a car away.
Yeah,
Half a car away. Bro, the macrostoma would be pretty pretty incredible. That's one of those fish where like when I'm looking up to buy it, it's like so consistently the price is like astronomical. Like I'm like breeding these has to be difficult because they're not even like when people sell them, it's not even like they sell a bunch of them. Like it doesn't seem like
they
anyone.
do only sell a couple.
It doesn't seem like people are making a ton of them necessarily. So
I kind of looked out on those Brienne Farrell's Fishing More, I think is what it's called. She had some 2 years ago at the Clash, and she had two different sizes. One was like an inch and it was unsexable, and then she had maybe like inch and a half, and she wanted like 40 for the small ones and 60 for the bigger ones. And I bought like three of the smaller ones and two of the bigger ones. And within like the first week, two of them jumped out and died.
ah ah
And I was like, "Yeah, gotta be kidding me, man!" Like,
ah.
and I had lids. It was just like I forgot to put them on, and so I was really kicking myself. So then I grew up the three that I had left, and they were all females. I didn't have a male. So then I found a guy on eBay of all places, and he was selling a trio for $160 and $30 shipping.
That's not bad.
And I was like, okay, but I don't need two females. Will you sell me a reverse trio? So he's like, yeah, if that's what you want, sure. So he sold me a reverse trio. So I got three of them for 190, which I mean, yeah, it's still a lot of money, but for what you see them advertised as,
I was
I
gonna
thought that was
say
pretty fair.
for macrostoma 3 for 190 is not. I can't be mad about that, including shipping.
And especially to be sexed,
Yeah,
like so, but so now since then I did lose one of my mature females. So now I have two pairs. So hopefully I don't lose any more. Just got to grow the males out a little bit bigger and because well, because of the mouth breeders, that's one of the ones where you really want to have more males than females.
exactly, exactly.
You know,
I'm definitely rooting for you, man. Brandon said, you want to sell your 236? Is it a super white? This guy's a degenerate.
so, and that's all that I know is that it's a super white because I bought it at the Keystone Clash last year and it just said super white. So nobody knew what it was. They said super white and they started bidding and I'm thinking to myself, what could be a pleco that's a super white? It can only be a 236. There is no other super white. So I
Oh
just
my
stuck my
god!
card up and until I won, and I won it for like $60.
Wow,
Nobody was bidding on it because they didn't say what it was. If they'd have put an L number on it, they'd have got three times as much money for it.
wow,
But I don't know if it's like the RB line or if it's the nicer one. Like at first I thought the RB line was the more desirable one, but now it seems like those are cheaper than the regular 236s. So
he stole that one for sure. I'm with Cheryl. Steve stole it. Yep, that's a good one.
I was like, I'm 90% sure I know what this is, and I'm just gonna stick my card up and see what happens. And it stopped at 60, and I was like, yeah, okay, I'll take it. And then when I
Anyways,
saw
Brenton he paid
the
200. Just so you know. Sorry, Brenton he paid 200. After taxes. Sorry, just throwing that disclaimer out there
yeah,
for everybody.
that was definitely one of those auction steals for sure.
I'm trying to stick with the mid-price plecos. I can sell more of those locally than the higher-priced ones. Shell said, and then he said, "Brian, you need to hook Steve up when you spawn." And then Toonie Loon said, "Steve, I want to snag a pair of your crabinses when they get big enough." LOL.
Yeah,
So the
that's not a
customers,
problem.
the customers are lining up, man. Do you do those online auctions? Do you submit stuff to those?
Yeah, yeah, and dude, I'm telling you, you should. I think Skippers is shit. I just looked at it the other day. The seventh, I think, July 7th. You
Okay.
should look into it. Shoot, if you got something to sell, man, just shoot Skipper an email, and you just got to send him a little video of them. And I mean, he pretty much sells them for you. You can go up there and talk about them and stuff, but I mean,
Will do. I mean, having something to sell is definitely the challenge. Um,
it's a pain in the butt because you have to ship them, but you definitely get better money for what you're selling in those YouTube auctions than you do at any uh, fish club for sure.
okay. I definitely want to give it a try. Maybe I need to hatch some brine shrimp. If I hatch brine shrimp every day from now and then maybe I'll have something ready to go. I'd be like you. They said it's the
Dude,
19th.
oh, okay, 19.
What were you saying?
Um, how are you making out with your Elosomas? You got any more of those to sell?
Oh yeah, I got Elsomus. I could sell a pair of those.
I guarantee you do okay with those.
Okay, I can do that. The Elosomas are one that I try to always have a pair ready for anything. So
And those bettas too. I guarantee you do all right with those bettas.
yeah, I'm not. I do have more of the betas. My only problem is I still can't sex most of them, and I feel like people want a pair. You know what I mean? But maybe it doesn't matter that much. But that's my only thing. It's like I can't
Sell a
really.
four pack or something.
Yeah, I mean that's why I've been doing. I definitely feel like okay, I've taken enough of these locally around. People have gotten enough of these from me. I think I've taken over 20 of them to all the clubs now at this point.
Well, it looks like Branton's gonna swoop in and capitalize on the Everglade Eye.
No, he's got the ugly ones. It's fine. I'll put the Gilberti in. What
Oh, that's
costs us
right. We
free?
got Gilberti's.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
right.
yeah. We got the Gilberti. What costs us free? Although I will say that I've seen better pictures of the Everglade eye. Like they do look better than I thought, but I still think that Gilberti got it. Um,
I don't know enough about them to be honest with you. Didn't know the difference.
I need to get
I
some
just wanted to try them.
the Okefenokee ones. I had a pair that Joel brought to me at ACLC, but one of them was dead in the bag, so I need to get another pair from there. But um,
That sucks.
yeah, I do want to do one more species of them, but my Everglade eye will kick your Gilberti's ass any day. Okay, buddy, sure. There's a reason the store's always got the Everglade eye and not the Gilberti. They can't afford the Gilberti. That's a premium fish. That's a premium. Although I did see House of Tropicals had Bolana socks. Did you see that? Where did
No,
Aaron sent a picture the other day? Maybe they sold them out, but they were I think they were $30 each.
damn.
Yeah,
And I think I got that four pack for 20 or 30. I can't remember what it was. 30, I think.
yeah. Can you sex the ones
But
that you have or?
I'm 99% sure I got three males.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm 90%, 98%. I'm gonna send pictures to Aaron, but he said he needed a male, and he sounded like he had an extra female. So I think he was willing to trade a male for a female.
Okay, okay, that's good. That's good.
So hopefully we can make that work.
I need to end up with them eventually because they're 20-point fish. You got to get in on this BAP competition. You know.
I'm real. So with the back, those points, they don't like. They're not like, oh, I got 6 points from ACLC and then 6 points from ACM. It's all per club, right?
I think so. So, you know, I think there is a national one, but I don't really know how it works. It really is like a per club thing, but I do feel like there should be a way to like make it so they count from other places too. You know what I mean? Like,
100%. Yeah, 100%. Because it's like you got to pick, okay, if I'm going to do it, then I got to pick which club I got to do it at. And
yep,
then there's no point in taking them to the other club because you got to get all your points here.
yep. That's why I'm like,
Like,
I also because Chad's doing BAP, so that's part of why I participate with the ACM one. But like, it's like I already started there, so it's like I'm kind of stuck since it doesn't transfer. But I would say like the online auctions, it would be kind of cool if they did some kind of points for submitting stuff, and you make up a title you get after a certain amount of points. Like then you could just like go through different things and collect badges like it's a Pokemon gym or something. Like I I got the skipper's platinum certification, whatever the hell. You just got like a fish breeding resume.
I mean, as much as it hurts to donate, fish every time, like, 'cause look, I spend money at the clubs, I sell stuff, I spend money, I buy raffle tickets. Like, I gotta kind of have a problem with like donating just bags of fish. Like, I want to
Yeah.
make something, you
Well,
know?
that's what's nice. The ACM one, you don't have to donate them, which is
Yeah.
nice. I do agree. I wouldn't do it if you had to donate the fish. I would not do it. No, no. I think that's ridiculous. I think that's
Yeah, that's too much. Like, I spend enough money,
yeah.
and you guys get enough money off all the stuff I sell. Like,
Like
you know,
a 30% cut is a lot. Like
it is.
it's a lot. Like
It
anyone who's
is.
like, oh, it's not like, dude, taking a 30% cut of anything like that is pretty high. I don't know what a normal auction cut is. 'Cause I don't do other auctions, but just as far as like just a cut in general of anything where you're just selling it, 30% is quite a lot. So I feel like that for me, that's enough for a BAP thing because especially if you're breeding something cool, then those could be a higher priced item anyway. So it's kind of like donating more money to the club.
But it would be super cool to have that master breeder title.
Yep, exactly.
Like that's definitely something to be proud of. Like, that takes a lot of effort, a lot of dedication. And if you get that title, like, that's you deserve respect.
Yeah, no,
Like, that's just something to, a little chip on your shoulder,
and I
feather
and
in your hat.
and it's a fun like achievement thing. Like for me, I'm such a degenerate. I'm like, okay, if I were to get a master breeder title at the club, then my next thing would be, well, what other program can I complete next? Like what is it? Breed 20
Hat.
species of the okay hap. See, I don't like plants enough, but that's a good point. Plants are hard for me. Like I don't get the same satisfaction unless they're functional. Like I'd be so excited if I had a tank full of water tank. I'd probably like skip and dance and like do a jig.
I'm I'm kind of fully convinced at this point that if you were trying to do this for money, there's more money in plants than there is in fish.
Oh, 100%, a
At
hundred
least in these
percent.
clubs. I mean, you don't see a single bag of plants. I don't care if it's one single crick go for less than $5. And I've sold whole bags of fish for $5. Like,
Yeah, no. So this is what's sad. So I went to ACLC. I forget which fish it was, but like my ACLC, what I got for the fish there was pretty bad this time around. Um, but I had a bag of money wort. Sorry, Brazilian penny wort that I had just like on a whim just grabbed like some randomly out of a tank and put it in a bag. Just I was like rushing last minute. I was like, what else can I add? I'm not taking that much. Like, and it went for like $12, and
yeah.
it went for more than some of the fish that. Oh, I think two hill streams. I took two hill streams. They went for $12. So I was like, this
Right,
bag of Brazilian pittywort went for the
right,
same
right.
amount as two hill streams that I bred. I was like, so you're 100% right. Like the
I,
plants
I,
are the way to
yeah,
go at the clubs.
yeah, definitely. I mean, I've taken bags of 6 trout goodeids in there, and I can't even sell them for $5. And it's like, then the next thing up is a Nubius that sells for $30. I'm like, come
Yeah,
on, man.
yeah.
Like that
Or
freaking hurts, dude.
yeah, or the what is that floating plant that everyone? One of those floating plants that has like
Red root floaters.
those
Those
do
red
well.
root floaters they went for like $20 last time.
That was crazy.
It's like 20 or $22 for a bag of red. And it was like a small bag,
Yeah. What's that one that like
but
has like the tiger? What people claim is like a tiger variation of?
uh, for a bit.
Yes, a bag of frog bit, not even the tiger one, went for $16 at ACLC, and I was like, "What is happening right now?"
Yeah. Then I've thrown away $1 million worth of frog bit.
Yes, that's what William said. William said, "I throw away a pity wort every 2 weeks." Yes. Well,
That's how it is with the floating plants. I mean, I use the freaking red root floaters and the water lettuce and that what's that one the grass looking one.
oh, the floating bamboo one, or
Yeah, that one.
yeah,
They just so wild, and I can't even just gotta throw it away.
they go crazy. I had too many. I had unlimited red root floaters. Now I don't have too many because I decimated them all. Just because like I just got so like, bro, this is too much. Like I have to basically kill them all just to slow it down. Like I left them in one tank where I'm sure they'll take over in like a week or two. But that floating bamboo stuff, man, like people like say it's like rare or whatever. I'm like, bro, this shit is going ridiculous. Like it's so quickly growing out of control. Like every floating plant for me is a problem eventually. That one is a little easier to control, but like yeah, man, I
Yeah, it doesn't get everywhere like frog bit or red roots. Like yeah, like you said, you can control it a little better. It's easier to harvest and all, but it still does take over.
and it stops the flow like it still stops the flow just like anything else. Like it's easier to take out, but it grows like across, you know what I mean, very quickly. And
Yeah,
Cheryl said, agreed. I sell out plants every time. So, so what are your
yeah.
go-to plants for like breeding stuff, and then maybe like if you were to take to an auction? Because I know you said you were into Postagamus heavy at one point.
Yeah, I mean, right now, like, well, breeding wise, it's the wasser tank. I think is probably my biggest like utility plant. Um, but probably like selling wise is I can do really good with like the Ludwigias and Bertalas. They like my water, so I can grow that like Rotala macrandra. Jesus, man, I've got that in every tank, and now I'm starting to throw it away because I can't even keep up with it. And
Damn.
it's like pink, it's pink, like it has some color,
Right.
so it usually does pretty decent in this auctions because it looks nice.
Oh yeah, that is a really pretty one.
Um, that's probably my biggest that I've been selling, but I had my plant farm was one of those 20-gallon the tanks that we do at the Clash, the aquascaping tanks. I have one of those set up with stratum and CO2, and I've been putting all the like higher end plants in there, and they're just totally taking over. It's packed full, can't fit another thing in it. So now I'm gonna gut. I got a 75-gallon in my bedroom. I'm gonna just totally gut it. I ordered 80 pounds of samurai soil. Hopefully that's enough for a 75.
Whew.
Yeah, that was a little bit of an investment.
Whew.
Um, and we're gonna give that a shot. See how that goes, and I'll
Come
turn that
on,
75.
bro. The father fish success soil is right down the road. What's going on?
Yeah.
Come on, we got the bat guano, man. We got the bat guano. What made you land on the samurai soil? I'm not like too knowledgeable with the plant stuff, so what's up with that?
Honestly, because I don't know that much about it, really. Um, Stratum has done real good for me, and I think it's kind of similar to Stratum, but they're like harder pellets. Like they don't break down quite as easy as like Stratum. Like you can like crumble Stratum in your fingers,
Right.
and this stuff you really can't. But it's still like a clay based like kind of thing. So I think it's going to be very similar, but um, time will tell. Well, I like the way it looks for sure because it's so uniform. The little tiny little, they're just smaller pellets and they're a lot more uniform. And they sell it in black. You can get brown or black, and I like black better. So,
Yep, you got the black substrates, man.
and I was honestly, it was the same price as the Stratum. So,
Why not?
yeah, screw it. Let's try it. See what happens.
Hey, Bougie Bish Fish said, "What's up, Big Steve? Coming through."
Bougie, aka Mellis Earl.
Okay. Yo, that I was like, their name is so fitting. She's got so many great and expensive fish. I was like, I was
She definitely has some bougie fish. That's for sure.
definitely bougie. Uh, where? So you've got like a lot of stuff. You're bringing stuff. You bring it to the clubs. You got a plant farm. Are there play? How do people buy stuff from you? I just want to make sure that is it just the online auctions? Do you do stuff directly? Is it like
Yeah, I mean, if somebody wants something, by all means, reach out and we'll work it out. If you want something, I'll ship it to you, and we definitely work something out. But yeah, I mean, I don't have any plans on doing any kind of like website or
yeah, yeah, yeah.
anything like that. So it's probably just gonna be like word of mouth. If you want something, let me know, and
Keep it
we'll get it
exclusive.
together. Yeah.
I like that. I like that. And I definitely need the Saswasher Tang, so I'm just gonna say it one more time, because that's all I've been thinking about for the last 30 minutes. I've been imagining the African banded barbs, like I've just been imagining them swimming over Saswasher Tang. I'm not even like making it up. Like that image has been played over my head. Like I'm just imagining them laying eggs of Saswasher Tang. That's what I'm thinking about. Like,
Well, I was looking at those African banded barbs the other day too, saying, "Wow, those are such neat looking fish."
yep. No, I got those. Aaron has he just bapped them, I think.
So
Um
he has spawned them.
yeah, and he said the Saswasher Tang was what he thinks was the key to the egg surviving. So
Jesse, I'll bring you some too. We got enough to go around.
nope, interception. I'm taking.
Yeah.
Do you dream about fish stuff?
No, unfortunately, I dream about plumbing shit.
Oh my god, no. Are they
Like
happy?
I'll wake up and I'll be like, somebody's freaking out because their water heater exploded, and then I'm thinking, how am I going to get manpower? I don't got nobody. Everybody's busy. How are we going to get this taken care of? And then I'll wake up and I'm like, oh, wait a minute, I haven't even gone to work yet.
Wow. That's that 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 is work dreams are not what you would prefer to have. You already have to go to work when you wake up.
Yeah, it never ends, man.
I'm like a dreamer. Like I rely heavily on my dreams. Like I've there are multiple like times in my life where I had a mental breakthrough because like of a dream. Like I woke up and I'm like, oh, I get it now. Like now I can move on, kind of a thing. Like
I rarely remember dreams, honestly. It's very few and far between that I really remember any of them. But if I do, the last couple I can remember were definitely work related.
yeah, okay. Well, the plumbing skills got to come in handy for all this. That explains why everything looks so nice.
Hey, and that's what I want to set up. I want to do a talk on how I could do like teach people how to do things Okay, you want to do a water change system, okay, here's a mixing valve so you're getting tempered water, and you're not putting tap temperature water, so you can actually control what, and how to do a air loop and like there's definitely some things that I could incorporate the plumbing trade into the hobby, and I would like to come up with a talk for that. I just not technologically advanced enough to know how to make all the slides and do the like actually make it. It wouldn't be hard to come up with the talk part of it, but the presentation part is what I would struggle with.
Well, let me know. I'll be down to help you make some slides sometime, because that sounds like a talk that is needed. Like, you already listed two things. I had no idea what they are. I don't know what an air loop is. I don't know what a valve thing is. Like the plumbing stuff, I barely set up the PVC for my freaking linear piston pump. Like, you know what I mean?
It's
Like,
just literally like a shower valve, for in your tub and shower. You can mix it to whatever temperature you want. So you plumb this little valve into your basement or wherever your, station is. If you have a fish room,
mm,
basically just plumb in a shower valve. So that way, and then on the outgoing, you just put a little thermometer on there. So, all right, there's 78 degrees. That's what I want. And then it'll hold 78 degrees while you're filling your tanks, so you're not putting whatever 55-degree water in.
what the heck? That sounds awesome.
Yeah, and it's not hard. I mean, nowadays with CPVC pipe and fittings, you can just glue everything together. It's not like you have to solder or anything like that. I mean, it's really not that complicated.
We need to talk. Bougie says I need some plumbing talk in my life. I agree. Everyone's saying they got the swasher tank now, except for me. All right, hit me with your offers. Let's do it. Let's make a deal. I'm gonna compare all your Swiss washer tank to Big Steve's Swiss washer tank. If it doesn't measure up, I'm feeding it to the terrestrial isopods.
Well, I'll tell you what, I think were the one a long time ago. Did you? Because you were selling terrestrial isopods, right?
Yeah, I have put them in one or two auctions, and then Chad usually throws in some too, sometimes.
I think it was a thing that I got from you, and there was duckweed in it.
Yes,
And
then
I
it
was
was
like,
mine. Then it was mine.
that's
Yeah.
freaking genius. So now that's what I do. I go around, I scoop all the duckweed out, and I feed it to the isopods, and they love it. Like within a week, it's gone. I
Yes.
will put a freaking baseball sized knot of um, duckweed in, I'll cut like three different tubs, and it's just gone.
Yep.
And it's like, wow, how cool is that? I didn't have to put the vegetables in there. I didn't have to buy food. Everyone always says that duckweed is like a superfood because it's got so much nutrients in it. So I would assume it's got to be good for them too. Like
Right.
it kind of like brought the whole thing full circle. Like so now I can tie in my terrestrial isopods to fish keeping. Like it kind of tied it all in together and
So do you feed the
kind of cool.
isopods to any fish yet?
No,
Because then that's the
so you're
loop.
talking like dead fish. You're talking about putting the dead fish in there.
No, well, I do feed dead fish to my isopods. So I'm saying, have you fed the isopods to the fish yet?
Oh yes, 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 yes.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, especially because my powder orange. Every once in a while they'll throw those brown like gray ones. So I'll just go through there and pick all the not orange ones out and feed those. And
So what fish do those work for? Because I've done it a little bit, but I've been like hesitant to like full go into it. But I'll be honest, I got a lot of dairy cow isopods right now, like thousands. I gotta start feeding them.
uh, I mean, I know the Crebensis like them.
Yeah,
The Crebensis, they love them. The rainbow shiners love them.
but the
I don't
bigger
know that I've
ones is a
ever fed
problem
them.
for me. That's when they get bigger.
Yeah, dairy cows get pretty big,
Yeah.
but I mean, honestly, they'll pull them apart.
I feed them exclusively the floating plants now. Though, like you said, like the terrestrial isopods, that's all I feed them is floating plants. And I have I didn't fully realize mealworms were not real worms. Not something I realized. Um, they turn into
Oh,
beetles.
that they're a larva. I got you.
So now I have a mealworm colony, uh, and slash beetle colony. So I'm feeding those floating plants, and now I just had my first generation of mealworms now come up. So I had worms, they all turned to beetles. Now I got worms again. So I'm trying to figure out what to do with that. Like, okay, at what point can I feed? Can I feed fish mealworms? Is that a thing that I could do? Like, I don't know. I don't know what to do with these mealworms. I just have a terrarium with mealworms in it and beetles now. Mealworm beetles. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
That's the same with those goddamn peanut beetles. I was going through them the other day because I hadn't looked at them in like probably 2 or 3 months. And I pulled them down, and I mean, there was like a million beetles in there. So I had to like, pick all them out. But now there's like more larva in there than there is oatmeal, like substrate. So, like, if I can figure out how to separate the damn things, like,
Jesus.
I definitely, there's probably a pound of freaking worms in there. I just can't figure a good way besides literally picking them out one by one
Oh.
on how to freaking harvest the damn thing.
Wait. Jesse says I have mealworm and superworm colonies. All right, so how do we collect the mealworms? Like, can we feed the beetles to, like, tell me how this works? Because I feel like I've kind of created, like, have you ever created a culture or have a tank or something where, like, it's just so out of control, like you just look at it as little as possible? I got it up high, and like every now and then I put the food in, and then other than that, I try and pretend I don't have a thing full of like beetles and mealworms. And I forgot to mention there's the Porcellia scaber lava isopod colony somehow got in there too. So I got a bunch of those. Like, it's a disaster. Oh, and there's some black soldier flies in there too. It's like, I'm scared to open the lid, bro. I'm scared to open it. It's like a Spy Kids where the guy's like, "Do you think God is scared?" Like, of his creation. Like,
So what, you got two different kinds of isopods living together?
I got isopods. Yeah, I got two isopods in there. I got mealworms, and there's a couple. I put some black soldier fly larvae in there just to see what would happen. Some flies did show up. I don't know if they're gonna lay any eggs or anything, but there's some flies in there now. They're pretty big, pretty big. I kind of just open the lid, throw the food in, and close it real quick. You know.
So you're worried about fruit flies getting out, and you've got freaking black soldier flies, little
Hey,
miniature pterodactyls flying around.
the black soldier flies. Look, they don't have mouths. Okay, they can't eat anything, and they die in like
You know,
a week or two. So I don't care. That, like, they don't bother me. You know what I mean? Like,
they don't have they don't have mouths.
no, they just they lay eggs and then die basically.
That's wild. I did not know that.
So that's why, like, there's supposed to be a way to make like a very easy self-harvesting colony where like the adult flies come up, they lay eggs, and then the larvae come out, and they make so many that like you only have to save like 10% of the larvae to throw back in to turn into adults. And like you can set up like this tube that like goes up, and the larva will like climb up the tube and then fall out into like the bucket below. And then they just self harvest like that. And it's supposed to be like relatively easy, and like chicken people do it apparently because they're
Yeah,
natives, so you can just set up a thing outside and it'll just happen on its own apparently. um
yeah, it's funny because I do remember that being with the chicken
yeah,
in the chicken groups.
so I
People
want to do it
selling.
for fish too, but I kind of got distracted. This thing was supposed to be for black soldier flies, but then I put the mealworms in there, not realizing that they were gonna turn into beetles.
You thought you were just gonna store them there, and then all of a sudden they started making more.
Yeah, so I don't know what to do with them because, okay, Jesse says the fish will eat them. Okay, but how do I harvest them? And like, can any fish eat them? Like, do they got like rough armor? I don't want to feed them to anything. Like, that's the kind of thing. I'm worried about feeding new live foods to things. Basically, like I'm scared sometimes.
No, I don't think you got to worry about them like their shell or anything
Can
hurting
they get like
anything. Man.
parasites or diseases in them? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
That, yeah, that I wouldn't have a clue on. But I mean, really, I don't think it's probably just as likely, if not more likely, that they could get stuff from black worms or white worms or
Mm,
and any of the other stuff. So
that's a good point. I mean, man, how do I just give them like vaccination? Can I vaccinate my fish for all the parasites? That's what Dad's fish needs to do, man. He needs to kill the fish to make some vaccines. That's what we need. That's what we need. I don't know, like how that
hey,
would work, but
we were talking about plecos earlier. Ross Baltimore just came in
oh shit, what's up,
when I
Ross?
was at when I was at Fishing Friends. They had some I would say full grown um shit. Were the blue ones that he has
Like the
the
fandom things?
yeah blue phantom plecos. It was like, man, that is a really pretty freaking pleco.
Damn.
And that would be another one because like it's very rare that it's been bred in captivity.
Yeah.
Like if you could breed that one, like that's an accomplishment. Like, and I know Dean did, so I know it can be done.
Right. But he only got I think he only got like a couple from that, right? Like
To be honest with you, I don't even know. I
okay.
heard him say that he had bred them, but I didn't ever ask him or
Yeah,
even research
I
it.
if
I
I
just heard him
remember
say that he did.
correctly, I they did spawn, but I think it was like, I don't think it was a lot necessarily. But another thing about that was I think he had them for like 5 years or something crazy.
Well, and I think that's my personal opinion. I don't know that they're really that hard to spawn. I think it just takes that much time, and people just don't invest as much time into it. The breeders just get tired of them, move them out or whatever, and have them breed. Because I mean, the L46s are the same way. I mean, you got to wait 3 or 4 years before they're ready to do anything. Like they grow so slow. And but yeah, Ross had a couple of those blue phantoms that he was selling, and it's made me want to, got me really thinking about. Maybe that's another one of those ones that you just worth sticking them in a tank and just see what happens.
Yeah,
You know?
I bought a group of I think it was 173 bees. Like when I started, I think they're like a false one of those false zebras or something. I think they're like the same as the normal 173s, but they're like lesser quality or something like that. I don't know. Um,
Okay.
and it was like that was the kind of thought for me. I was like, well, I got 8 of them, and I'll stick them in this tank, and they'll just be here. And yeah, it's kind of like we'll see what happens. Maybe 4 or 5 years from now, I'm not gonna like think about it too much. Like they're just kind of like around, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, they're just in there and they're pretty to look at in the meantime. But if you never buy them and you never start, you'll never get there.
Exactly.
That's kind of the thing with the L46s. Like I looked at them and I've looked at them for years and I've wanted them and I wanted them and it's like, oh man, I've seen them for 125. So anytime I see them for 150, it's like, no, I can get them for 125. I'll just wait till I see them for 125. Meanwhile, 3 years has gone by and I haven't bought something over $25. Like,
Yep.
just buy the damn things when you see them so you can get started.
Yep.
Because if you never get started, they're never going to grow up and you're never going to get there. Just,
Yep.
and you see them, buy them,
100%.
and just get started.
I try and tell like my non-fish friends, I'm like, you know, I'm not my fish keeping is like a disaster. Like as far as efficiency wise, it's horrendous. Like the fry to tank ratio is pathetic. Like especially compared to like your setup and like you have this amount of tanks. But part of that is just like how you set it up, moving fish, looking for eggs, or setting up a tank so you don't have to look for eggs. I gotta try and tell them it's like every day there's probably like a 30-minute task I could do, and if I just did that task a month from now, I'd have like 50 fish. You know what I mean? It's like there's so many things where it's like you just have to start it and you just have to do it, and then you will see the benefits of it. And then when you finally do it, you're like, God damn it, I've had this fish for like 8 months in
Yeah.
this community tank. If I put it in this tank by itself, with the plants, I could have made 100 of them by now. Like, you know what I mean?
Y- Yeah, you could have done been knee deep in them by now, but yeah, you just got to get started.
Yeah. Putu was asked, Big Steve, what do you feed your plecos? Rebecca came out with a pleco recipe that sounds interesting. I'm getting the materials together to make a batch.
Honestly, the just different algae wafers. I got the Hikari mini algae wafers, and then Northfin algae wafers. Um, and then like the zebra plecos, like they all eat blackworms, so I always kind of go heavier on their tank, with the blackworms, trying to get them some meat. But the only I don't have any bristlenose right now. I don't know. I had bristlenose in this tank. I had a trio, and they just disappeared. I
Mm.
don't know what happened to them. This is another one that's. Let's see this. It's oops, upside down. That's a 30 tall that
Damn.
is full from top to bottom with the tank.
Hey man,
I
what's your
mean,
address?
but I put the plecos in there, and I've never seen them since.
Damn.
I don't know.
How could
I
you?
don't know what happened.
How could you see them?
But I mean, even on feeding time, they don't come out and they should.
Right.
But
Huh. But
these are those damn.
did you hear my question though? Like, where do you live? What's your address? I'm headed over.
Nah.
I'm headed over. This
Yeah,
is
well, I
crazy.
got
This is crazy. I'm like, you know, um, go kind of like, personalizing. Like, you're talking about, okay, I'm not gonna have a website and stuff. Like, I did make a website mostly to sell the isopods because that's like a thing I was trying to, and I'm trying to do, like the isopod agenda. Like, that's why I made the website. I am at like a crossroads where, like, okay, do I put effort into trying to sell stuff, as in like listings on the website, because I'm gonna be breeding stuff and growing stuff regardless, because this is what I do for fun. You know what I mean?
yeah,
And it's
yeah.
like, you know, and I tell you could relate. I tell people all the time, like, if I was cared about like making the most money off of this hobby, like, then I wouldn't do anything the way I do. Like, I wouldn't go to I wouldn't take my fish to club meetings all the time. You know what I mean? And it's kind of like, okay, should I do this? And if I did do this, would it make it harder for me to just have fun with it? You know what I mean? That's like kind of my hesitation. Like the isopod agenda stuff, that's always going to be fun no matter what, because I'm just trying to get a bunch of isopods out there and, spread the agenda, right? But okay, now I'm shipping
Well, and
fish, I'm shipping plants. What plants are illegal to go across state lines? Like, you know, I'm stressed out the shipping tracking. Like, is this fish gonna make it? Like with the isopods, I don't. As soon as I drop off the post office, don't think about it. I've like almost never lost any isopods ever, so I don't even think about it. But like, I start shipping fish. Like, oh my god, bro! Like,
yeah, that definitely can get a little stressful for sure. I mean, I don't know what it is with these shipping companies, but it just seems like they're just wanting more and more, and they're getting worse and worse. They're less and less dependable, more and more delays, and they want more and more money. And it's like you guys are going the wrong direction.
mm.
And this is another.
Oh,
This,
hey,
this is my Boston Terrier, Sophie.
hi Sophie. Oh my gosh.
She's a trip, man.
Oh my gosh. Is Sophie like my
Got to
cat?
be
Whenever
touching
I'm
me.
on the phone or something too long, my cat is like all up in my business. Like, yo, who you talking
Yeah,
to?
she's just super jealous to where that I don't know if you saw the lab came up here and was saying hi to me. So, I touched her. So that means that this one's got to come stick her head in between because God forbid you touch her and touch the other one and not her. Like
Oh,
it's ridiculous.
Brighton says I have his address, Nick, and then said shipping fish is not so bad. Brighton kind of reminds me of like the kid that like when you're struggling in a class, they're like getting A's, and they're just like, man, it's so easy. What's the problem? You just like want to punch him in the face. Like, I feel like he's
Yeah.
got no self awareness. Every time I say something, he's in the chat like, oh, come on, man, it's easy. I make 1,000 of these. Oh, shipping's not hard, man. I'm like, well, we can't all be perfectionists like you.
You know, I I honestly kind of took shipping for granted, really. Because I had shipped quite a few boxes and not had any issues. Like everything had went great. And then I shipped a box to a Mesa in California, and I just did priority, and they said 3 days, but it ended up taking like 8, and they were dead.
Sheesh.
So then when I was like, all right, then I guess I'll just have to overnight them. And then overnight shipping was like $140. I was like, all right, no, we're not doing that. Um, you know,
May
but
as
then
well
I've
drive
learned
it there
about
yourself at that
yeah,
point.
well, yeah. I mean, it was honestly going to be to the point where it was going to be cheaper for me to go buy them from Dan's and have Dan ship them to her than it was to ship my fish to her. Like that's almost where I was. Like I was going to buy his. If he would have had some in stock, that's what I was going to do because I just didn't want to waste another pair. I only had two more pairs, and I didn't want to waste another pair in the mail if they weren't going to make it. Like
Yo,
I
drop
didn't want to do that.
drop shipping fish with Dad's fish is crazy.
I
It's like you
mean,
order this.
that's about where I was. If you'd have had them in stock, that's what I'd have done.
Brad says, "Damn, Nick hates me." No, this is how much. If Brighton we do a trade or he buys fish from me, I'm a drop ship fish from Aquahona to him. You're gonna get the AZ Gardens, AZ Gardens fish. Steve,
All of a sudden,
you
you're
just
gonna be
unlock something in my brain right now. This is genius.
you're gonna sign up for the next auction, and all your items gonna be the Aquahona stock list.
Yep, yep. I have been part of me is like tempted like to to just go and all the free rehoming fish and like free fish tanks that pop up, just spend a week getting all of them and then just like bringing them to the auction just to
Well,
see
I was
what
that's why I
they
got those.
recognize. They recognize it. They're like,
Yeah,
wait, I tried to pick that up.
that's why I got those bluefin killies when I was at House of Tropicals the other day. They had some bluefin killies mixed in with all their grass ghost shrimp.
Oh,
And I asked the girl, I was like, because they're bycatch with the ghost shrimp.
I was wondering. I was
And
like,
I
I was
said, well,
surprised they had them.
yeah. And I was like, what do you guys? I see you got some in those tanks. Will you sell them, or what's the story with those? And she's like, yeah, I'll sell them. I said, how much? How much? She's like, $1 a piece. I was like,
Woohoo!
come on, I'll take as many as you feel like catching because the rest of them I'll just take to the auction.
Right. That's awesome.
I mean, I can get $1 a piece for them at the auction. Like, that's not a problem. So, but she only caught a trio. So,
Okay. No, that's pretty cool. Oh
but
my
yeah, if you
god.
go check out the ghost shrimp.
I'm gonna have to go. I got a pair from the ACLC. Um, I do want to do those
I
native.
did.
What do you say?
He's saying Aquahuna. I said Aquahana just because I heard you say it.
Yeah, Aquahuna. I'm sorry, bro. I always miss
I
that.
know I usually make fun of you for saying it, and then I said it.
Uh, you can't blame me for everything, man. You gotta take responsibility for your actions.
Oh no, that's 100% your fault.
Come on. Hey, all the fish I
That's
got
100%.
from this last order seem to be fine so far. I haven't all the the blue neon reservoirs, whatever. They look good. They'll give
And
another
you
week.
bought a what is you bought a bunch of something else? You got some kind of loach or something, did you? Was it dwarf chain loaches or
I
something?
got the dwarf chain loaches, but like there's a rock pile in the back, and I have it like oriented long ways, and like I can see him back there, but I cannot like see him too well to where like, and I'll put the food and they like dart in and out, but I haven't been able to get like a solid view of them. They seem to like the
I
rocks.
mean, is it safe to assume like they are breedable? Like you can breed them?
It's not the dwarf chain loaches. I don't think are like super commonly bred, but it's supposed to be possible. But, like they're on my list, so I'm trying. I like the hill streams are cool. My Chantonensis, like I lost one or two of them. Like I kind of am starting to get more interested in like the rosy loaches, the kind of like dwarf chain, like ones that aren't $80 a piece or whatever the hell the new hill streams are. Basically, is what I'm saying. Like they're also not commonly bred, but maybe if things go wrong, like I'll leave the exotic loaches to people like Jody P. You know,
Yeah.
I just
Well, that's what the when I took those fish to Blake, I got basically I kind of cashed in my store credit and got a couple of those purple hill streams.
nice.
So I do have four of those now.
How are they
Four,
doing?
four or five. I'm good. It's a little hard to see them all at the same time. So I
Yeah,
saw that there's still definitely four of them in there. I think there should be five.
yeah,
I know I lost. I know I lost one. I might have lost two.
yeah. That's the thing. Those
So,
like it's not like those ones. A lot of those they seem to come in rough or like they seem to have a high-ish loss rate or whatever. So that's like another thing. It's like ah, you know what I mean?
but that's another reason to buy them from him though, because everything's pretty much going through 2 weeks before he sells it.
That's pretty nice. That is pretty nice.
Like he literally quarantines everything before he sells it. So,
Hey, Bratton
I
said
mean,
dwarf.
that's
Brad said dwarf chain loaches are easy to breed. I can't tell if he's just now messing with me because
yeah. I think he breed. I think I heard he breeds those in his toilet tank. He just puts them in the back of his toilet, and he just while he's in there taking a dump, then he flushes, and then he catches them out the bottom.
hey man, what you're having a hard time breeding spotted Congo tetra? Like, bro, puffers, bro. I had like a big gulp cup that I bred like 100 in. It only took like 5 poops for me to get eggs. Bougie said Nick likes the crackhead loaches. Hey, the rosy loaches are like crackheads. They're pretty fun though. The hill streams are still calm and dainty. My yo-yo loaches are freaking psychos. Yeah, they are pretty zippy. Brandon said, "How
Yeah,
do you know about my toilet tank, Steve?" That's that's funny.
I know. I breed fish and I know things.
Pretty much I know. Hey, and he knows about plumbing too, bro. He probably got a camera in your line. Like, let's see how the toilet tank is set up. Up. He's got the Saswasser tang in there just like I expected. Is that where you're going during Hot Mess Express? Hot Mess Express? I'm not familiar. Do you know the Hot Mess Express, Steve?
Yeah, that's Foxy. You never watched the Hot Mess Express?
I don't think I have.
Oh man, you gotta find Foxy's.
Okay.
I'll send you a link. Yeah,
Yeah, please do.
yeah.
What?
She's
What?
every it's every Thursday, 7 o'clock.
Okay.
Just her and Dee Dee, and they usually do a little giveaway at the end, and that's kind of honestly that's probably like the highlight of the week for me. Really, it's probably one of the better streams for sure.
I definitely. I'm looking for more streams. I kind of rely on people that tell me like when I was talking to Jody, like she was amazing me with how she listed like 20 streams, what times they were, day of the week. Like I was like, I'm so bad with keeping up with that stuff. So I'll definitely have to check that out.
I'm not great. Yeah, I'm not great with it either. I went to one the other day, Fish Easy, and I've heard people like talk about it before, but I got a notification, and so I went, and it was like, wow, this is the first. Like, when I jumped in the stream, it was like everybody was there, but this was the first time I had ever even gone to that
Right.
stream before. So it's like there's definitely ones that I miss out, and you know, definitely need to kind of broaden my I don't want to say horizons, but my
Oh,
intake.
definitely let me know which ones I should. I'm trying to too, because right now the only ones as far as like that I catch that's on the schedule, like of course I catch Jody P and Bougie when I can, um, and then Fishery I'll watch Alex stream when he streams sometimes, so I'll catch the replay. And Mexicali, I'll catch that when I can. He's worse than me as far as streaming at all sorts of random times. And he'll schedule it out ahead of time. He'll be like 3 a.m., 7 a.m., 11 p.m.
He was doing one day. I got a notification the other day. He was doing one at like 10 in the morning on like a Tuesday or something. I'm like, yeah, I ain't gonna make that one.
No, man. I need to talk to him again now. I got my own cigar. I need to have him on. I don't think I.
That's
If I smoke in here, I'll probably stop breathing. I'll probably get my inhaler first.
switch. You have a cigar in one hand and an inhaler in the other.
Yeah, exactly. Toonie Loon said hot mess
Yeah,
and McStreamy for sure. Brian said fish easy
yeah.
is awesome.
And Chattanooga, I love watching Chattanooga. It's always fun, man.
Okay.
I like those shows.
And Bougie said, gotta plug Planted and Enchanted. Fridays at 5 Central. It's the bee's knees. Wet Your Pants and Extreme. Man, these names are they're so fun. Wet Your Pants. But it's Wet Your Plants.
Plants.
Yeah, my brain's gonna
Yeah,
have a hard time not
that's
saying Wet Your Pants. That's trauma.
well, I mean, you know who Stephen P is, right?
Yeah, I do.
That's his. He does Watch Your Plants and McStreamy.
Okay, okay.
And
Poochie
McStreamy's
says,
fun because that's Friday night and they do games. Like they'll do like you got to guess the fish. They draw it and you got to guess it.
oh
But
shit,
that's fun because it's interactive and
that's fun.
then they do a giveaway. Yeah, it's a good time.
I'm trying to. The debate thing is one thing I'm working on setting up. I definitely want to do like a fish trivia thing. Would be fun. Fun to do. That's something I've been thinking of. Cause that's one of the most fun things is like looking up new fish, learning like different facts. So it's like, hey, if I just started writing down the random facts that I learned throughout the week of like obsessing over whatever fish I found, like do a little fish trivia, you know?
Yeah, yeah, that would be good. That would be a good time.
Uh, Bratton said I'm currently third place on McStreamy. Oh, there's like a leaderboard.
Oh yeah, yeah, they give you points. So it's basically they do this like digital drawing, and you gotta, as they're drawing it, you gotta guess what the fish is. So
Wow.
the first one to guess it, then you get points. So like the first five people get points, and then they'll also do like logos. They'll pick different streamers' logos, and they'll like pixelize it so you can't tell what it is. So you gotta guess like whose logo it is, and yeah, you get points for it all. And
Oh,
it's good fun.
that's a lot of fun. Oh, Foxy's Fishes said
They,
Steven's games are fantastic torture.
oh look, Foxy's right here anyway, so she's here. She hears us something.
Oh, look at that. Been lurking since the beginning. See, that's why you can't talk shit about people, man. They might just be listening the whole time.
Man,
Or,
Foxy streams they're awful, man. They're so boring.
what? I heard they're the best. What? Okay. You know what? Let's talk about this on stream. So my debate idea, man. So
Okay.
what I want to do is I want to set up fish debates. Like I want them to happen regularly, and like I don't know if anyone's done like debate, but basically like you have like a resolution, which is basically like what's being debated. So it's got to be something like a statement like brine shrimp are the best food for fish. Period. Something very specific like that, and then one person takes the pro side and is arguing for that resolution, and one person's taking the con side and like argue against it, right? And I think it would be fun because there's so many topics that are easy or hard to talk about, whatever it is, but there's so many topics I think could be fleshed out really well if it was just kind of fun. And the people arguing for or against, it's not necessarily their position, it's just kind of like, that's just what the debate is. And then you could get like two people, like two guests like you and someone else, and then I could just like be one of the moderators or judges. We could have a guest judge, and then I think the hardest part for me is figuring out the topics to have people debate. But I mean, like, what do you think of the idea?
I love it. Yeah, I think it's fantastic. Anything, it really doesn't take much to keep me entertained. Just some kind of structure, like, because honestly, yeah, it doesn't take much to keep me entertained. I always have something playing in the background when I'm messing with the fish or like, yeah. So if you're
Okay.
doing something like a debate where people are getting lively and kind of throwing stuff around, like that would 100% grab my attention.
Okay. Oh, this is a good one. Jesse said debate if monster fish should be in the hobby.
Yep, that's a good one.
Okay, well that's a good one. Okay, give me some other topics because I've started like reaching out to people asking if they'd be willing. Like Aaron and Bratton, we're gonna have them debate something. That's one that people suggested. I think that should be like food related because they both are super into foods. But yeah, what? Come on, hit me with some ideas. And then, would you want to debate or would you want to judge? What do you think? Or both? You could actually do both, really, because I want to do this more than once. But what would you want to
Yeah.
debate?
Uh, you mean what I want to debate or what topic would I want to debate?
Yeah, like, is there a topic that comes to your mind where you're like, pro or con side? I could debate this. Like, this is something that I'm interested in having a conversation about, kind of fleshing out.
I mean, I kind of like I mean, brine shrimp, but I mean, just kind of live foods in general.
Okay, got some live foods going on.
But I mean, I guess you could probably narrow it down to, or maybe say like, what's the most versatile live food, or why is white worms or grindle worms better than brine shrimp, or
Mm.
I don't know, something like that.
Yeah, that would be.
Um,
I feel like you put anything against bride trip. Oh man, that could go all sorts of places.
what
Brad
else?
Brad said, "I'll be a regular debater. I love a good debate." Oh my god, I'm
Yeah,
gonna.
I mean, I'm right there with you. I mean, obviously depending on the topic, but yeah, I mean, I've never really been in a structured debate like that, like where there's actually like a process to it. It's more or
Yeah,
less me arguing with whoever's sitting next to me in the car on the way to wherever we're going.
right.
But
Well,
I
I
mean,
wanna I wanna
no,
make it like semi-structured, like you said, just so it's like. But I want it to be fun at the same time. But I mean, basically, you know, opening statements kind of a thing. Then you kind of go back and forth once or twice, and then there's got to be like a judgment. We got to pick a winner, and then kind of we could do a leaderboard kind of a thing of like, as people come back to debate, like we can kind of keep track of who's won what, and maybe maybe do like a tournament at the end. But it's just like it'd be kind of fun. It's not too hard to set up, and I just think that there's not people have discussions about some topics that are like controversial, but I feel like this is a format where maybe we'd actually get somewhere. You know what I mean? Like, okay, at the end of this, I feel like I understand both positions a bit more.
give them half a bloodworm and they bloat like a St. John. See, yeah, I don't have a whole lot of experience with bloodworms because I just never really fed them that often.
Oh, I see.
Definitely, I've heard people having problems with that though.
Yeah, blackworms not being a superior food. Oh my gosh. Best brine shrimp eggs debate. Oh, that though. So the resolution for that would be something like aquarium co-op eggs are the best brine shrimp eggs, and then we'd have to go from there. I would say that they seem like they have a contention for the best brine shrimp eggs. Like, you know.
Yeah, because these last, so I ordered two more from that other American brine shrimp company, and the SFC San Francisco are still hatching like I want them to, but then the other ones that I bought, they're not. They're kind of
Hmm.
very similar to the ones I got from Brine Shrimp Direct,
Have you
where
done
they just
the
don't separate.
the beanie eggs yet?
No, I hadn't, and I wanted to. I think was it you that said that the big bag wasn't any good or something now? You had to buy the
No,
smaller
no.
bag to get the good ones.
Aaron had a not as good hatch with his big bag, but Branton bought two big bags, and they were both fine. And my bag was it wasn't as good as the 4 ounce bag, but it was still like I didn't have a problem with it. The separation was still way better than the sand. So I for me, they've still been like the co-op eggs as far as I'm concerned. And Bratton is the one you gotta talk to. He's a brine shrimp head like you. I'm just a casual. I hatch every now and then. He uses the beanie now, so I don't know. That's the
Yeah.
better endorsement than me saying I use it. That's all he's hatching now. He got 2 9 ounce bags.
Well, it does suck when you buy, I only bought 4 ounce containers, but now I got half of a 4 ounce container from last time, and then another 4 ounce container now of ones that suck. So it's like, I hate hatching them because it's so annoying, but
Yeah.
I'm not gonna throw them away, so I got to use them. So it's like,
Hey,
what do you do? It might
you're
just end up in the auction like yours did.
yeah, you're yeah, that went for $10. I spent $50 on it. But I think Aaron just like, I don't know if he hatched us. He might have thrown us away. I don't know. That I agree. Like for me, the beanie eggs they've been fine. They're definitely the same eggs as far as like physically. They may not have like the same refrigeration or whatever. I think that's going to be the main difference. Corey actually like it basically addressed it on some video. Someone sent me the clip. Like he said like that whatever eggs people saying were the same, like they didn't go through the same refrigeration, but he didn't say they were like different eggs. So it seems like he kind of confirmed they were the same eggs, but different supply chain kind of a thing. Um, but yeah,
Which, yeah, maybe.
maybe
Well, I don't know.
they've been working
He
well for
would know what
me.
their response is.
The thing is like I think their eggs may be the best, but they're too expensive. So it's like it doesn't really
That's it.
matter for me. Like
That's where I'm at.
the beanie eggs, like it's like $24 or something for the 4 ounce, and like I get free shipping on it. Sometimes it's been overnight overnight shipping, like it's on Amazon. Like right now for 3.5 ounces, the co-op eggs are $35. Like I can't do that. Like as if the eggs are if there's a 5% difference between them, like that's not a big enough percent. Now if they had a bigger can, then maybe it'd be easier to be like, hey, it's more expensive, but I'll just
Yeah,
buy it all once. I'll get the free
yeah.
shipping from them. But like their free shipping thing is $75 now. So even if you were like, okay, I want $10 more, well, you gotta pay shipping on the 35. So now we're probably over like $40 for 3.5 ounces of brine shrimp eggs, and that's hard. That's hard.
And then from American brine shrimp was the 4 ounce container was $18, and then but shipping is where they get you. It's $24 shipping,
Yeah. So, and
so still about the same price.
right. And Bougie said, sorry, Peplin Creek Aquatic says the capsulated hatching eggs from brine shrimp direct are the best. Okay, that's
Yeah,
something.
that's one thing that I have not played with at all. I have zero experience with decapsulated, so I honestly didn't even understand them fully. I kind of thought you didn't hatch decapsulated. I thought you just fed decapsulated. Like,
Yeah, that's
but
that's what I thought.
then I realized you can actually hatch them. So yeah, that's probably worth looking into. I haven't done that yet.
And I wanted to like decapsulate them, like just to experience it, like doing it myself. But it seems like when I started seeing the bleach was involved and stuff, I was like, I'm gonna probably end up like poisoning myself, like with bleach fumes or something.
Well, and honestly, I was thinking with like the brine shrimp direct and all, where you don't get that great of a hatch. Would it improve your hatch if you did put a couple drops of bleach in there?
Yeah.
Because I remember Corey saying the chlorine like helps take that coating off of them.
Huh.
Because people would always ask him, should I dechlorinate the water when I set up my brine shrimp hatchery? And he would say, no, don't, because the chlorine would kind of help break up the shell. So, okay, then maybe what if I go just like 1 degree stronger than tap water? Would that improve it? Like, and I'm on a well, so I have zero chlorine. So,
Right.
I've often wondered if adding some bleach to it, like just a couple drops, wouldn't make a difference. I just haven't played with it.
No, that could be interesting. Um, definitely. Let's see. Peppa said more expensive but worth it. Oh my gosh. People love brine. They're so passionate about brine shrimp eggs. Like, talk about brine shrimp. It gets the chat jumping every time. So
It
Brandon
really
said,
does.
Brandon says $40 for 9 ounces can't beat it for co-op quality, if not better. For me, the beanie have like definitely have been pretty hard to differentiate for me. Brian also said can't stand the sand in the eggs, and that's the biggest thing. Like the beanie eggs could hatch like 50% as long as the separation is still fine. I don't care. I can like bro, I can work with that. Like whatever.
Yeah, yeah, that's honestly the separation is the biggest thing.
Yeah, that is what I cannot stand with like the brine shrimp direct. But Bougie said, I'm out here taking notes, y'all. I've been doing co-op eggs, but I'm definitely willing to try others. So what ones are worth trying? You've been trying a bunch. So you haven't tried the beanie, but are there any other ones you've tried that are worth it?
The It's called American Brine Shrimp Company, and they have a bunch of different strains. And San Francisco, they call them SFC. Those to me are as good as Aquarium Co-op. They hatch as good, they separate as good. They're To me, they're great.
Okay.
But I did also have that same experience with another one that they sold, and then the second time it wasn't as great. So that's not to say that the next time maybe the SFC ones aren't as good. So I don't,
Right. That's a hard thing with, recommending the brine shrimp eggs.
I don't know that I would go straight to buying like a whole 1 pound can from American Brine Shrimp. Like I would maybe
Mm-hmm.
buy the 4 ounce can, try it out, see if you like it, and then buy the 1 pound container because nothing worse than ended up with a pound of freaking trash.
Absolutely. Like when I first tried the beanie, I went for the 4 ounce first, and it was perfect. So I kept going. Uh,
Yeah,
Tooney said, "I'm still trying to get brave enough to try brine shrimp. What's holding you back, man? There's nothing to be scared of. Listen to how much passion and love Steve's talking about these brine shrimp, man. You might just be the next brine shrimp head. You never know.
it's not hard. It's
Sle-
it's not hard. It just takes a little bit of discipline because if you don't harvest them, they're going to be trash tomorrow.
right. Sleeper said, "Fed my first hatch tonight. Is that your first hatch of brine shrimp ever, or of a particular kind of egg? Um, what is your favorite?
Nice, that's cool.
Yeah, what? Very congratulations." Pooja said, "What is your favorite brine shrimp hatcher?"
This by far. Well, I guess I can't really. It's not like I've bought a bunch of the different types of like professional models, but all my little homemade concoctions, like that, the Zis one is just spend the money on the Zis and be done with it.
Okay, that could
Now,
be.
I will say the Zis are kind of a little bit annoying because of the way the drain valve is underneath. But I found through Aquarium Co-op, they have a file to where you can print a taller stand with a 3D printer. So I printed taller stands that so you can access the valve underneath a lot
Mm,
easier. That makes them 50% better because that valve is kind of annoying to try to get to.
I uh, I've been using separatory funnels for my brine shrimp. So that would be my favorite. They kind of look like lab equipment. Like it's one of those like big glass like teardrop shaped things, and they have like a valve, and you can like adjust the height of it. So I kind of I got it because I know I only will use things if I think they're kind of fun and cool to use. So I like that it looks like a mad science experiment.
You you stole them out of your meth lab.
Exactly, exactly.
Yeah,
So that's kind of
you had them left over.
that's kind of what it looks like when I'm hatching brine shrimp. It looks like I'm doing a drug thing, and the way that you guys talk about like, oh, don't talk to me, I haven't hatched my brine shrimp yet. Like it's like a drug with you people. Like that's honestly, I need to make that T-shirt. Like, don't talk to me, I haven't fed my hatched my brine shrimp yet. Like, bro. Aaron was telling me, he's like, you've never mixed up your coffee cup and the cup with the brine shrimp in it. I'm like, no, bro, no. He said he actually drank some of it. I was
Oh
like,
my.
yeah. He was like, that never happened. I was like, no, bro, that never happened. Like, you have a problem.
I did actually squirt myself in the face the other day with something though when I was filling up my little squirt bottle and I kind of squeezed it right when it was pointed right at my face. Just
Oh,
that was kind of gross.
I mean, you just aimed a little lower. You could have tasted it out.
Yeah, it was
No,
close.
it was close.
It was close. It was close.
Tooney said they're more worried about the setup. That's what they're more worried about.
We'll get you squared away.
Yeah. 2 liter Pepsi bottle works as good as any, Peplin said. Peplin says this
It
seems like a
really,
pain to use.
I don't know. I like it.
Compared to a 2 liter bottle, I feel like this gotta be less of a pain to use.
I mean, if you get those little, I think they call them like CO2 caps or whatever, those little bottle caps that have the two. Like I did that for a long time, and it does work, but I don't know. You got to throw them away after a while because the bottles get cruddy looking, and you can't really wash them that good because they're. Um,
No, I'm with you. I'm totally with you. Totally.
and like if I'm trying to pick it up and move it, and it's all soft and it collapses, crushes in my hand or something because it's full of water. And I don't know. I've definitely I've made a few messes with them, like dropping them, and because they don't have that handle on them. But
Right. I see a sleeper said they graduated from the bare bottom brine shrimp tech school. That sounds like a diploma mill to me. That don't even sound like a legit brine shrimp school. Jesse says, worst part is I have my brine shrimp hatcheries hanging in the fish room. I just don't do it because it would cost a small fortune itself. Oh my. Nick, Bougie says, Nick, I'm gonna post my bougie ass brine shrimp hatchery setup on the Discord. LOL, it's awesome. Oh, I'm scared.
it's just got some like chrome trimmed out, freaking with little pink hearts and
Uh,
bedazzled all over it.
I guess it's got to be like $1,000 minimum. Like, bougie it is. Putu said air versus no air for hatching BBS.
I didn't even know you could do it without air. I don't know. I just always had air.
Yeah, I think I've never done the air. Jesse says the Discord loves bougie. Yes, we do. We do. Peplin said need to run a lighter around the edge of the 2 liter bottle to make it rigid. Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
This is sounding
yeah, I can see that.
this is sounding like, yeah. See, I don't want to have to do that kind of thing. I just want to. I'm with you. Just buy. I just want to buy something. The separatory funnel came with the stand stuff's like $30 or something. I just want to buy something that's kind of easy use, solid. I don't want to mess with plastic bottles and stuff. I did do that for a while too, but LMAO.
Fish,
No, go ahead.
yep.
Go
She
ahead.
got the bedazzled Ziff hatchery. Yep.
She's got the bedazzled sis hatchery. Come on. Uh, Bratton says air for sure. If you're doing large amounts, you can do no air with a hobby hatcher. Okay, I've seen the hobby hatcher that you showed me before.
Oh, yeah, like that plate looking thing or whatever.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Those are
Yeah,
those are
okay.
cool looking. Those are cool looking. A
I,
bedazzled
I don't have any
bride shrimp
experience with
hatchery is
that.
crazy though. That's unhinged. You people have problems, man. You got problems. You love the bride shrimp too much. See, that's where I like you're talking about like oh with white people, like someone says they got 80 takes. It's like, yeah, that's white people. When people start talking about some of the things like bride shrimp, I'm like, man, you guys got issues. Like Brandon was telling me, he's like, man, but if my bride shrimp don't hatch, like I'm in a bad mood the rest of the day. I'm like, oh my god. Really? It's crazy.
It's, I mean, you want to grow your fish up as fast as possible, and it's like if you don't have you know, it's like you missed out on a day.
Right.
Like you didn't get maximum growth today because I had to feed them this crap.
Damn. I think I need to set higher standards for myself, bro. I'm too underachieving. I'm too lazy. Like I need to get like you guys. You know what? I'm starting a brine shrimp hatch tonight. I'm gonna do it right after the stream. There you go. There you go. Brian said you can hatch brine in a glass jar if you want. Okay, I'm gonna try that.
Yeah.
Is the speed different?
No, it wouldn't really make any difference. Just kind of not a great way to harvest it.
Okay.
I guess. I mean, well, I don't know. I guess you'd have to play with it. You got to get all the shells off the top.
Right. Jesse said you're
But
one to talk, and then Barbara said, "What do you mean I'm one to talk?" And then Barbara said, "Do you prefer heating for a faster hatch or room temp for slower hatching? I'm always afraid I'll cook them."
I run mine around 80 degrees, and that's what seems to get me about 24 hours. I'll set them up at 10 o'clock at night, and then that's usually about when I'll harvest them, 10 o'clock at night. So for me, 80 degrees seems to get about 24 hours.
All right. And yes, heat does make a difference, sleeper. Um, Brandon said, "Way to step it up, Nick." Yeah, I just need a toilet tank, and then I'll be like you. Peplin says, "Father fish hatch brine in an old rubber boot to prove a point." Wow. Okay. Uh, I noticed with air they hatch a lot further apart. Interesting. Oh, without air they hatch further apart. Okay, I was about to say that's interesting. I have a question for people in chat. How many people have a fish tank in their bathroom?
I do not.
You do not? Because I was saying earlier on the stream, I was like, I feel like you can have like 50 tanks. You could have 80 tanks. I'll say like you don't have a problem. The moment that you have a tank in your bathroom, I'm like, okay, it's gotten out of control. Like the fish tanks are taking over your life. Like the moment you have a bathroom tank, I feel like that's when you've taken it too far. What do you think?
Um,
Come on, be honest. Don't be
well, no,
don't be
I can't,
honest.
I can't say I haven't thought about it. That's for damn sure.
I mean, that's fine. That's fine. But like, if you did do it, like, wouldn't you kind of feel like, okay, I've got off the deep end a little bit here. Like, I've got a bathroom tank. Like, it's over.
Dude, I've got a rack. I've got a rack in my living room.
But
I've
it's in
definitely gone
your
off the deep
no,
end.
no. But I just think it's different. Like the living, that's fine. The living room is fine. But like, what's in the bathroom? Like, it's taking over your life, right? Like,
Well, like, you can go in like some of these people's houses that have 80 fish tanks, and you don't even know they have 80 fish tanks unless you go in their basement and see their dirty little secret. But the
or
minute, the minute somebody walks through my front door, they're like, "Whoa, what do you got going on here?"
right, right.
Ain't no hiding it.
But think about this. You really have given up on hiding it if it's in the bathroom, bro. Like imagine you go to someone's house and there's just a fish tank in the bathroom. Like they didn't even warn you. You know what I mean? Like I'm just saying, bro. Like I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. Let me see. What's the chat saying? Let's see what the chat's saying. And
Tuning needs a frontosa for moral support.
I mean, yo, Breton's measuring time and poop, so like he probably has time to sit in there and look at look at the fish for a while. Also, that's another thing. Like, I don't really want to hang out in my bathroom to look at the
Yeah,
fish.
see, that's a setup right there. Like, and that's another thing that you can get he has the files, the 3D printer files
Mm,
to make the bracket so you can hang them on the wall. And I
yeah,
really think that's the best way to do it. If I
yeah,
had an actual fish room, that's 100% how mine would be set up.
yeah. So this is the bougie hatchery setup, and it is indeed very bougie. Man, if my fish room was this organized, I might actually breed a decent amount of fish. I might have something to show for it. No, that is very
Freaking
nice.
three of them. Yeah, that is nice,
And
man.
look, that there's a pink light there. I think for shining on the.
That's that's
That,
what I was looking at.
yep, yep. Jesus, Jesus. You know what? I'm getting too jealous looking at this. I'm not gonna lie. I don't. Bougie.
I think we need to do a bougie fish room tour.
I agree. Where's
I
Bougie
think
at?
we need I think we need to do a freaking fish room tour so we could see all the cool stuff.
Yeah. I need to get Bougie up here. That's what I need. Fix my
There you
life.
go.
What I need is an Amazon wish list of everything everything to buy. Just give me some different color. I like black. I like black. Everything's black in my room right now. So I need a black
That's
list.
not very bougie.
No, well, I can't just copy the whole, bougie bish fish flow, you know. But let's see the bathroom tanks. Let me catch up on the chat a little bit. There's a lot of bathroom tanks in here. Don't you like an audience? I don't like an audience when you see the bathroom, bro. I don't. It's not even mine. It's her beta fish. Damn it. Okay. I mean, if look, if I got a waste to take out a beta fish, may as well be in the bathroom.
Yeah, that's a good place for it.
Yeah. Okay. If it's a singular beta fish, sure. Put your beta fish in the bathroom. Save the space for the real fish. Uh, I can't put a tank in my bathroom. The girls spray too many chemicals. That is the only thing that is stopping you, huh?
Yeah, that is something.
Is that a new podcast? Toilet Tanks Talks, bro. No, we're not making this. We're not encouraging this kind of behavior. Rack in the living room
Toilet.
is deep ended.
We could call it toilets and tanks and toilet tanks.
Okay. Toilets, tanks, and toilet tanks. I know someone with a whole rack in his bathroom so he can bathe and watch fish. Yeah, I think I know that guy too. And I told him that's next level. Although it was a lot. Like when you picture that in your head, it kind of like seems chaotic and like, but it did look nice. It did look nice the way he had it set up. Like he can take a bath and watch the fish. I mean,
That is kind of cool.
yeah, it was much better than I could have expected. The tub is a tank when this mermaid is in it. Okay.
That's what I was going to think. Like, I can't even remember the last time I took a bath, so I don't know how much
Uh,
enjoyment I'd get out of it.
I take a bath like every day that I can, so I kind of get that. I'm Team Mermaid. Poochie said, "Sheesh,
You,
bougie 10 out of 10."
you, you take baths like multiple times a week?
Oh yeah, I took a bath today.
Get the fuck out of here.
I take a bath like every day. A lot. There's some things that I only get done when I'm taking it. Like there's some conversations I only get to when I take a bath. And every relationship I've been in, like more like the initiatory conversations happened while I was in the bathtub. Like I text a lot in the bath. If I post on Instagram, I'm usually in the bath. Like I do a lot when I'm in the bathtub.
That's a lot.
I like taking baths. It's like relaxing. It's like how I reset.
It is.
You know what I
It
mean?
is for sure. Yeah,
Like
it
if I'm
definitely
having a
is
bad
relaxing.
day and I can't get anything done and like everything's fucked up, I just go take a bath. I'll take a bath. What I used to do was I used to take a bath and drink in the bath, which I don't recommend health wise. That's a little bit less of a of a party, but it's still a party. And I like holding my breath underwater. Like that's something I like doing a lot. Like I'll like just try and hold my breath like as long as I can. Like I don't know, it's
Bro,
relaxing.
don't tell me you got little fucking boats and shit too that you play with.
I mean, I definitely was one of those kids. How like what is it? The Cat in the Hat comes back. He's like eating cake in the bath. Like I definitely be eating in the bathtub. I definitely like take a bowl of ice cream in there. It's okay. I've eaten real dinner in there too. So
Holy shit.
what, man? I'm just don't knock until you try it. I'm just saying. Oh,
Definitely can say that I've taken a few baths and showers when I was a drunk with a bottle of vodka, that's for sure.
yeah. I was
Hmm.
I was writing this verse the other day, and I was like, because I like to write little like rap verses, and I was like describing this one night, because it was literally just like, yeah, I remember like just drinking in the bathtub and then just like getting out, laying on and just like throwing the towel on the ground, just falling asleep right there on the ground, just like man, those
Passed
are
out right on the floor.
exactly just like straight on the floor, straight on the floor. Because there's one point in like COVID where like I would just go to work, come home, my bottle would be right on the same spot by the couch. I just lay on the couch, turn on the music, chill there until I fall asleep every day.
Oh, that's funny. They're gonna make you a fisherman punk or bathtub Nick.
Hey man, that would be perfect. I love that. Jesse said Mans would live in the bathtub if he could. It does feel like that sometimes. Bear Bottom Bratton said Nick takes baths. What WTF? Yeah, not all of us like to smell like brine shrimp all day, Bratton. You know, I'm just saying. I know it's a hard concept, but some of us like to smell good. Jesse said I'm not texting you anymore. That's funny. If I haven't responded to you in a long time and then suddenly I respond and it's especially if it's like after 9, like there's a decent chance it's because I'm in the bathtub. Like that's when I respond to a lot of stuff. I'm not gonna lie. Does the duckweed dance involve flinging a net around? If so, I'm a pro. I'm not. Have you done the duckweed dance, Steve?
I am not familiar with that one.
Okay. So he likes drowning himself. I like to hold my breath. Redneck Aquatic says I haven't taken a bath in 40 years. I mean, if anyone was gonna say that, the username Redneck
Yeah,
Aquatics, like I feel like
yeah,
it kind of fits.
yeah, that checks out.
It kind of checks out. I mean,
Yeah,
but they probably like go like tubbing and stuff though. That counts as a bath. Like if you're on the river all day, like doesn't that count?
I think you meant tubing,
Oh, sorry, tubbing. Look,
tubbing.
we're talking fish. Okay, it's an easy mistake to make.
Okay,
You know, we're talking
I
about
was gonna
fish.
say
I was clearly thinking about tubbing. You know,
tubbing,
tubing.
tubing,
Yes,
huna, hana,
exactly, exactly.
monster, monster.
Well, that's yeah.
Nick's got his own language over here.
Hey, as long as we all understand each other, you know, we can respect our differences. You know, this is
That's right.
cross-cultural communication.
I can interpret. I can interpretate. Interpret.
Now, wait, Redneck Aquatics might have been telling the truth because the best. No, wait, was the message got redacted? I missed that. So, Dagwood ate giant sandwiches. Oh yeah, I'll have to be the bathtub one. Live, laugh, toaster bath. Sounds like a new channel. What? Bathtub streams? That's good. That's a different kind of channel.
Sometime with Nick.
Yo, hold up, hey, yo, no, we're not quite there yet. We're not quite there. You mean smell like success? Napoleon conducted meetings in his bath. The guy took 4 hour plus baths. Yeah, the bath has to be like an hour plus. Um, that's generally the time frame I like. For baths.
But do you shower after? Yeah, you got to shower before and after.
You shower. I shower before. I shower before. Sometimes I shower after, but like I shower before. I scrub myself real well. Um, I wouldn't. I don't generally shower after unless I got a bunch of soap on me. Soap
Yeah.
has to be involved for the river to count. I never understood why people like bathing in their own dirtiness. Bro, do you guys not wash yourself? God, like bathing in your own dirtiness. Like, come on, bro. You take a shower first,
Yeah.
then you do the
Yeah.
bath.
You scrubbing first, and then you're soaking.
Yeah, come on. Unless you're just that dirty. You said basically you're soaking your own butthole water. Like, bro, even if I didn't wash myself first, like, how nasty is y'all's butts if you take a bath? Like, I'm sorry. Even if I didn't shower first, I'm not gonna think taking a bath. I'm soaking in butthole water. That's disgusting, bro. You got too much booty juice going on for that. That's too much. If you're taking a shower first, why? Okay, but these people don't understand the finer things of life. Steve, even you don't take baths,
you're
but you
not.
get it. You get it.
You're not taking a bath because you're doing it to get clean. You're taking a bath so you're relaxing.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so you use your tub as a personal pool. Oh my gosh. If that helps you understand it, sure. That's how I use my bath. It's a lot less sun. Take a shower before the bath than another shower who has that kind of time. I could be hatching brine shrimp instead of bathing. Bro, I thought you said it only took 5 minutes. Okay. I'm sorry. I didn't realize this was such a divisive topic. Someone needs a hot
I
tub.
guess. I guess we got our a topic, for our debate.
Yeah. Wait, I
The
wanted more
proper way to take a bath.
I wanted more debate topics and they're talking about baths. But
Proper bathing procedures.
jeez. Steve, how you feeling? I feel like I've kept you on here forever. I feel like
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I'm good, but I do kind of need to get some stuff ready so I can get ready for work tomorrow.
yeah. No, I just it is Monday, but bro, I appreciate you coming on, and chatting. This was a good time. This was definitely a
Yeah,
good
no,
time.
for real. I'm definitely down to do it again.
A hundred
So
percent, and we'll get the debates going. You guys in the Discord, join the Discord. Send me some debate resolution ideas, because that's the main thing holding me back from scheduling one of these. I just need to get some
I'm
topics
gonna
going.
try the Discord thing again. I like tried it and got frustrated and then uninstalled it. I've done that like 2 or 3 times now,
I
but I
totally
just
get
need
it,
to
man.
figure it out because I'm definitely missing out on a lot of communication and stuff. People will be talking about something and I have no clue what they're talking about, and then everybody that was on Discord knows. And
Yep.
all right, man, fine. I guess I'll get on Discord again.
I I
But
get
yeah, I
I
need to
get it.
figure it
It's
out.
it's annoying learning like all this random stuff. Like recently, I was doing something. Someone wanted me to use Slack, and I was like, bro, I don't know what's going on. Like,
All these different, I mean, but between work, you got freaking Outlook and Teams and
yes.
Podium and then here, you got Discord and what's the other one? Band and like,
I can't do bad. I gave
Facebook.
up.
Like,
I gave up on bad. I can't do bad. I'm sorry. I gave up.
like
That was my
there's
Discord.
just so many different freaking things. Like, I know that there's not one perfect um process out there, but damn, man, I don't think we need to have 400 of them.
No, I'm totally with you. I'm totally with you. But I would love to see you in the Discords more, because the
Yeah,
Discords
I'm
are a
gonna.
good time. That's why I set up all my
Yeah, I'm
trades
gonna.
too.
Yeah, I'm definitely missing out, and I need to get on that. So I'm gonna try a little harder to get that figured out.
Well, we'll be happy to have you. I'll be happy to have you back up here, talking, debating, or otherwise, man. I really appreciate it. Everyone, make sure you check out Steve's channel, Steve's whatever, his cult, his following. Just tattoo his name on yourself, whatever you gotta do to show support to Big Steve. We really appreciate you coming out, chatting, sharing the information, and of course, promoting your brine shrimp propaganda. As always, I still appreciate it. So thank you.
Yep, yep. This is a good time. Appreciate you having me.
All right, any last words before we say goodbye?
Yeah, man, guys, just have a good night, have a good week, and I'll catch you in the streams.
Awesome. All right, well, Steve, I'll see you at the next one.
I got you, Jesse. I'll shoot you a message. All right, see you guys.
All right, take it easy. Night night. All right. Now that guy's gone, the real fun. No, I'm just kidding. How do I add my camera? Hold up. Hold up. Hey. I don't even know, bro. My whole thing got so messed up because I had to freaking do this new OBS situation. Technology things. But everyone, thank you so much for stopping by. I felt like it was a great conversation with Steve. We had a good time. I felt like definitely at the end there, especially like kind of loosened up, started talking all the fish stuff like that. That's when things get fun. I feel like you guys you're relatively well behaved. Things got a little bit rowdy when we started talking about the baths. I just felt like you guys could have taken it a little easier on me as far as that goes. But what are we supposed to do? Is there more stream? Yes, usually there is after the guest leaves secret stream. Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out how to turn my freaking video on, bro. I'm trying to figure out how to turn my video on. Like, this is getting really complicated as far as incompetent technology control. But I mean, what are you supposed to do? What are you supposed to do? Yeah, usually I do, like, after the guests leave, I'll stream for like a little bit until people get tired of, or until I get tired of hearing my own voice as it echoes in the empty halls of the fish room. Yo, I was sitting while Jessica was listening to a audiobook recently, and bro, I used to read a lot. I don't read much these days. I really need to get back into doing that. But my God, bro, I was having a hard time listening. I was like, bro, is this thing for real? Like the over the top like just descriptions and stuff. Like as he looked into her eyes, sparkling like stars with glitter spilled all in them, piling across, seeping through. Like I'm like, bro, this is a lot right now. This is a lot. Video's gonna pop back up with Nick in the bath in my tanks after dark with wine. My original streaming, I used to stream playing like competitive video games and drinking. That was definitely an error. Luckily, all those vods and evidence have been scrubbed from the internet. But that shit was definitely it was a fun time. It was a fun time. Don't lie, you already jumped in the bath. I'm not gonna. I actually was seriously thinking about taking a bath, but we were talking about it so much, and like, I was like, man, I could just take my unlit cigar that I got just to be like Jorge, sit in the bath and just hold it. Pause. Not reading, listening. Jessica isn't reading the right books. Then, well, I think that she does read, but I'll be honest. I don't know if our book taste would align anyway. I don't know what my book taste would be. I used to read a lot of like fantasy stuff. Like I remember reading the Mistborn series before it was like super super big. I mean it was popular, but now I feel like it's kind of like pretty huge. Like that's the kind of books. Mistborn, the Belgrade. Oh man, there's so many good fantasy books. Especially when you're a kid, bro. There's so many great kids fantasy series. Like, all right, how do I change? It's like not letting me change the size of my video here. Like, I look insane at the moment. I read Mistborn like 8 years ago. It wasn't too bad. Yeah, I'm trying to remember what else I've read. Because honestly, it's been a while. But like, there was a period in my life where I read a book like every day for a while. That was like my main form of entertainment. I don't think that does listening to audiobooks count as reading is a question I saw. No, I'm gonna say it doesn't at all. That's just my opinion. Because if I were to now start listening to an audiobook, I would not say I was reading a book. Just one more fish that I haven't read a book since college. Amen. You can just go bid on one of those tropical fish hobbyist magazine things. That counts. A couple years ago, we got a new water heater, and it's a lot smaller. I can't get a nice deep bath anymore if I run a. Oh, that I'm so sorry, bro. I had that problem at my apartment. Like, not being able to get a proper bath is infuriating. Absolutely infuriating. I'm so sorry, man. I'm so sorry. I actually am like, I'm upset right now because I'm getting frustrated just thinking about it. I really like taking baths. Road signs count as reading, though. Yeah, technically, I think technically road signs count as reading. You read them. Poochie Bird says fan fiction. Oh my gosh, bro. See, I want canon. I want it to be canon, bro. I think the last book I read was Harry Potter. Oh yeah, I was definitely a Harry Potter fan for sure. Like we would go to the midnight releases. Like I don't know if you guys ever did like midnight movie premieres. I did that with books. I think we went to like every single Harry Potter book midnight premiere and like grab it, buy it, just like start reading it while you're walking out in the car. They had those like little reading light things. Listening to books is easier with my hands than it. Well, yes, of course. You gotta have something to listen to while you're doing fish stuff. I'm definitely a big like podcast, listening to people yap, live stream, like. But I just don't. I don't listen or consume as much like fish content as I feel like I should. That's something I'm trying to work on more. It's just I don't know. I just have a hard time listening to it all day. Like maybe it's like one video a day, you know. Bro, that was 20 years ago. I have aquarium books still and read them. Brighton, and you're making fun of Nick for baths because the last book you read was Harry Potter. Bro, maybe it'll break soon. I only read scientific papers. I need to bust open a book. Hey, okay, that does count. I've read some scientific papers recently. You know, I've been wanting to read more. I wanted to do streams where I just read through them. We read through them together, but like I just felt I wasn't sure if people would be interested in that. So I thought about maybe I'll start doing like member only streams where I hop on, read through some papers I've been meaning to read, and then people can listen to me not know how to pronounce anything and Google every other word. If canon sucks or your favorite character dies, fan fiction for the win. So if you can't accept reality. Barbara said, I used to read a lot of sci-fi. I love the Foundation series. Let me look up the Foundation series. Because I'm not sure if I remember those. Oh, Isaac As. Okay. I see. No, I used to be big into sci-fi. I'm trying to remember books I read. Like, anyone read The Incorporated Man? Oh, sorry, The Unincorporated Man, I believe it was. I'm not even like listing books that are like my favorite. I'm just listing books I literally just remember reading because I'm having a hard time remembering. Now, let me see if I can figure out how to freaking make this. Ah, there we go. Screen share. For some reason, this thing is like not letting me. It's not letting me like adjust the size of anything. It's very weird. I'm not really understanding why. I would like to adjust things so we can, because I kind of want to look up some see if any new fish have come in anywhere. I haven't done that in a minute. Okay, so here we go. 800 by 800. Oh, Jesus Christ. This is terrible. 1920. Let's do 1024. Bruh. I can't even right now. This thing just hates me. Alright, I'm gonna do this. Warbeat, Killy. I'd listen to that. Okay, Barbara. Can one of the Discord mods make a research paper channel so I can post things that are fun? Like the freaky quarry cat paper. Yes. If you don't mind, Putu, could you make a research paper channel for the In My Tanks Discord? Do like a good old paper. Yeah, I could do the reading papers on stream thing. And I could do it as a normal stream. I kind of want to do it as a member only, not because I want more people to be members necessarily, but just because people keep gifting memberships and people are members, so I feel like I want them to actually get something. So like if I just had like a stockpile of anything, just anything, that'd be something I could actually do relatively easily. Redwall was my brother's favorite. Oh yeah, Redwall. We did Redwall. I remember Redwall. I definitely remember Redwall. He fell in love with that badger. He's been searching for IRL ever since. Jesus Christ. I read some of the Redwall books. I don't remember some super well. I don't remember super duper well, but I definitely read them. Yo. Every day I still check Dan's Fish to see if they got anything new, and that was cool. You see that it goes automatically to the product page when I type it in. But now I gotta do my drop down for most recent. It's just not the same. Damn, bro. We got some. I need to start breeding more panda cories. It's crazy. $16 panda cory. Let's go. Only 6 of Grace's blue Acaras left. That's crazy that they sold so many of those. Holy. That's crazy. No new fish, Nick. Get off there. No, I'm just looking up fish. Like, I just like seeing new fish. Like, I just want to see if anything cool. You know, I haven't noticed before. Something I can look up. I like looking up things. I do want toothpick fish, but yeah. These marriage kissing Medaka, they're interesting. I don't know if I like the longer fins just because I feel like I have bad experience with long fin stuff. But okay, let me see a white spot or anything. I just can't believe so many people have bathroom tanks, bro. Like, I just can't get over that. Like, just I need someone to walk me through it. Like, it doesn't feel kind of gross. Like, how do you enjoy the bath? You just sit in the bathroom and then like, where is it? Is it like you're sitting on the toilet and you can see the tank, or some people have it on the toilet behind them? So like the one place you're sitting down in the bathroom, you can't even like look at the tank while you're sitting down. So I'm just like, where do you even like? How do you even enjoy it? Where can you sit to see the tank in the bathroom? Where? I got a nice group of young longfin panda cories that is resources different than research? I don't know. I got a nice group of longfin panda cories that I really want to breed. Yeah, longfin panda cories I actually did get some from Aquahuna that I still have, and they bred. I didn't separate them from my normal pandas, so they bred some, and I do have some fry that have come. I do have some that have grown up that were long fins. I'm looking at what is this East Coast gold? This Phytochromis. I don't even know how to say this. Phytochromis grandidularii. I just want to know: does it stay small or does it get up? Oh, it gets huge. Look at this thing. Look at this thing. It looks like a massive rainbow cichlid. No, I'm joking. Not everything's a rainbow cichlid. I keep making this up. My bathroom tank, Bougie says, my bathroom tank is on the counter next to where people wash their hands. See, I don't know if I like it's on next to where you. Is that sanitary? Will they get like soap flakes in it? I don't. When you take a hot shower, everything gets steamy. Then you got the tank there, and it's like got the bubbler. It's got the I don't know. It's just a 5-gallon that they fancy with rice fish. The beta is on the sink in front of the toilet. You spend more time with the people than most bathroom than most. God, I can't talk. Red Knuckle Quack says you spend more time in the bathroom than most people do 1 hour baths. That's true, but like I don't think there's anywhere I could put a tank where I could in my bathroom where I could enjoy it from the bathtub anyway, which is part of what I'm saying. I just don't get how you enjoy the tank properly, because it's got to be somewhere you can kind of hang out, and I'm like, how much can I really hang out in the damn bathroom if I'm not, pulling a Branton? You know what I'm saying? One of those 5-minute plus trips. I'm thinking of switch. It's a 5-gallon with rice fish. I'm thinking of switching it to pea puffers. Pea puffers in the bathroom tank. Like, this is just a whole new world. Okay, black darter. Okay, they haven't updated since I last looked because I'm truly a degenerate. But these black darter tetras, only $7, man, and I think they look awesome, bro. They've been on my list. Polio Sharks Wasmani, sure. I mean, look at this thing, bro. It looks so funky. I love it. I have heard guests say that the bubbling was relaxing. I mean, I guess. I'm still, no matter what, I still maintain that the bathroom tank is the sign that you've gone off the deep end. I think that's the real sign. I don't think it's the number of tanks that matter. I think it's where you put them. Once you start filling in every nook and cranny with the tank, like, oh, we got a kitchen counter tank, or we got a bathroom tank, we got a second step tank, we got a footstool tank, we got a dining room chair tank. Like, see, that's when, and I think the bathroom tank is like the canary in the coal mine for severe MTS. Like, this is like terminal. Bear Bottom Brandon said, "All right, I'm off the bed. Let me know when the debate is next so I can clear my schedule." Okay, I will. Gonna be setting up some of those. If you're interested in participating, let me know. I just need topics, and then I gotta pick people and figure out the format and stuff. Because I want to have a format like opening, closing arguments, a judging criteria, and like time limits and all that kind of stuff. So, internal filter, so no bubbling, lidded, and just houses extra plants. Okay, I kind of see that. Technically, it's the guest bathroom, but still, it's a bathroom tank. That does make it less. Jesse says, "I will for monster fish debate." All right, I want someone to debate Jesse on the monster fish thing. That's a good one. But I can't guarantee you'll get pro or con, Jesse, because part of my idea is, I don't know if I said this, but I want to like flip a coin to see who gets pro or con. Cause I think it's also more fun if like the people know about the topic, but they don't necessarily defend the side that they actually believe. Could be kind of interesting. I can argue either side. Perfect. Man, there's a lot of plecos, man. A lot of plecos. I'm glad I'm not into discus, man. I feel like that's like the ultimate wallet drainer fish. But then again, almost every fish is a wallet drainer fish if you get fancy enough, if you get bougie enough. Like, there's an expensive version of every single fish possible. Oh my god. Okay. Would be funny to see Bratton struggle to argue against feeding BBS, not gonna lie. That's what I'm saying. Like, I think it would be fun to do debates, and you know, I maybe one day, we'll get to a point where like we can actually give the winners of the debate something. You know what I mean? Like, that would be fun too. Like, I think maybe we'll have to do a tournament eventually if it becomes enough of a thing. Nick, buy a one of one fish and talk about a wallet sucking fish. I mean, you know way more about wallet sucking fish than I do. I do like my little discus tank. They're only $25 each, and they're $65 right now. Little 2 to 3 inch fish. See, when they're little, that's when they get you. That's when they can get you. Okay, let me check out my ads for today. My ad page, also known as Aquabid. I'm waiting for more wild betas to be posted. That Indian guy with the fish, bro. Can you please post some more? Please post some more wild betas that I want to buy. The last ones you posted, I don't want those. I want the ones you posted before that I didn't get in time. I took those listings for granted. Okay, I'm repenting now. Please. The Shanois are too close to the Albemarle Furtatum. I don't need those. These are cool. What is this? Beta Hindra pair, male and female. What do I think of these? Are these? Wait a second. These are cooler than I remembered. Is this a wild type? Upper action is a Beta Hindra pair. It's a reference male. It's a wild type beta. I don't even know. Maybe it is. Maybe that works. I want more wild betas, man. Maybe I need to buy this. But I would kind of prefer if he had more listed so I could buy more than one at once. I like growing up fish, though. I replace big ones with little ones when the time comes. Oh, okay. I mean, there's something to be said. Like, you could technically, quote unquote, like flip a fish if you just bought them young and grew them out. Like, I think someone in the Discord keeps Hendra. Okay, I'll have to ask about that. I need more wild betas. I need to complete the Anabantoid class. And I do want to do another stream. Maybe I'll do this tomorrow, like during the day. I want to go through the 15-point BAP fish. But my goal for this week is filming and finishing some actual videos. So, you know, I'm not just yapping all the time. I gotta do something. I haven't checked Aquabid in ages. It's still got some good stuff every now and then. It's just like you gotta check. It's not there all the time. You know, you just gotta check. There's actually a blue Galaris Niger Delta pair listed up here. I'll be interested to see what that goes for when the time comes, because people never bid until the last day, really. So, like, it's at $40 right now. I doubt it'll stay there. But Niger Delta is one of the sought after locations. So Aquabid is still a great place to find some stuff like that, and eggs. Like, there's a guy in Hawaii right now. He's regularly posting some pretty cool eggs. I think he's got an import recently and been breeding stuff, so like some Procatopus and things like that. There's a lot of Galaris eggs that keep getting posted. Even in the U.S., it looks like they're all got bought. There's this. Oh, look at this. This is supposed to be Pseudomagil pascae, real pascae. It says, interesting. There's this like Galaris hybrid that keeps getting posted, and the eggs keep getting posted. People are buying it, so I mean, 3 streams in 2 days. I'm trying to make up for it, man. I feel pressure, like people gifting memberships and stuff. I gotta provide some content, man. Like, I felt bad like last time I went a long time. I was just so busy, but yeah, I might do a stream tomorrow. Go through some 15-point fish and stuff, and then as soon as I set up a debate, we'll just do it. We'll run it immediately. Because I'd love to make that like a thing that I do. I think is a pretty fun idea. Gooch catfishes are cool, but it's an ugly fish. That's crazy. Absolutely crazy name. Still waiting on my European Killy eggs. You bought those? Oh, I need the pair a Pseudomagil eggs from you. We need to set that up sometime. This weekend I'm supposed to be SVC is gonna help me fix up my fish room and optimize the space a bit. So maybe I'll have some space. All the massive cats are kind of ugly, but also crazy at the same time. Yeah, I mean, I don't agree with Aaron that no catfish are cute and ugly, but I think that a lot of the big ones, they're cool, but I wouldn't call them particularly beautiful. Diplomatic way to say it. I don't know. Bigger isn't always better. What can I say? Red tails, tiger, shovelnose, and tigrinus are pretty, Jesse says. I don't know. Shovel nose of the shovel. Like, it's a tough sell, man. It's a tough sell. I don't know what to say. A lot of rice fish have been getting listed on Aquabid these days. I don't know how good all of them are, but it's just something I noticed recently since I check Aquabid quite regularly. Well, there's 2 pairs of Apistogramma mendezi F2, $160. I guess it looks cool. But hey, someone was saying about where's the $100 pistos? There you go, Brandon. $100 pistos. Oh, look, 2 pairs of longfin electric blue rams, $100. I guess those are long fins, but it doesn't look that long. I don't know. You guys, I'm not a ram person. You guys tell me. Does this look super duper long to you? Because like it does look maybe longer, but I don't know. I guess $100 for 2 pairs isn't actually the worst. No restaurant Pseudomagils. They're not happy with the temps in their fish room right now. Too much heat has them stingy with the eggs. Oh man, no, that's not what I need them. I need them now. No, joking. Okay, well, whenever they're less stingy, or etc., etc. No, look up tiger shovel nose. They're pretty. Steve, awesome stream. We need a fish room tour. Ooh, we do. We do actually. I'm trying to like think of videos that are like slightly easier for me to finish, and I want to provide like more content for people because like the streams are fun and I enjoy them the most. But like I want to just do more. Also for my own, like, because I'm trying to do this as something I do for fun, but I'm just figuring out the process. I feel like fish room videos are something that I'd be able to do, that wouldn't be too difficult. So I'm hoping this next month, let's call it July Fish Room Tour July. Tour July. F Tour July. Yeah. Yeah. July. Tour July. July. Yeah, this is July. So I'm lying. That's what that sounds like. Okay. I'm going to have to work on that one. But yeah, Steve, great stream. Thanks for stopping by. Of course, we got to do the post-game yapping for a little bit. Finish off the stream. Pause. Oh my god. Arowanas. Whoa. 5-inch platinum Giardini arowana. $8,000. Bro, listing something for $8,000 is absolutely insane. Tour de Fish Room. Okay. Oh, that is better. I just can't imagine transacting $8,000 through Aquabid. Bougie said, I missed the beginning of the stream, so I'll be watching tomorrow. Appreciate it. Definitely always enjoy the replay crew, people. I need to get a couple more. There's a couple more people I want to talk to. But yeah, hopefully this week I can do some fish room tour stuff, and then next week the videos will be done. We can see some cool stuff. $8,000 arowana is insane, and this is what the face is looking like. Like, I just don't get it. At least the red one's like, it's different. It just looks like an arowana. $7,500, bro. What the hell? I think the shovel nose is one of the nicer looking big catfish, but compared to a younger, smaller one, still busted looking. Okay, let me look it up so Jesse can cry when we all call it ugly. Tiger shovel nose catfish. Looks like a catfish. Bro, come on. Like, is there anything you like that's not a car? This thing looks like a damn car. Oh, bro, this is what you're saying looks pretty? Dog. This is like... It looks like a cartoon character. This is crazy, bro. This is crazy. This is why you gotta do the pool test, bro. You're swiping and she looks good in the photos. Put her in the pool, looking like a shovel-nosed catfish. It's crazy. Jesse said, "The fuck is that?" Nah, you'll see mine. Yes, I like my toothpick fish. The toothpick fish look great. I got no problem with those. Toothpick, look at this. Yeah, this is a fish. This is a fish, bro. This is a fish. Toothpick fish. Oh yeah, we're cooking. Whatever the heck that was, I mean, I don't want to look at that. I don't want to look at that. I don't want to roll over and see that in the morning, bro. Look at the pond. Nose is the size of my entire arm. It's crazy work. This work is too crazy. Is there any shovel nose on Aquabid? Oh, city shovel nose. A billion betta fish that aren't the ones that I want. Corys. Yeah, bro. The $200 Cory is wild. CW111 Vulcan Cory for sale. Rare and beautiful fish. Prices for one fish. I have many of them available. Bro, this thing is $200. It looks like it's got a damn detention cap on, bro. Detention cap. No, bro. Nah. You know what I'm talking about? Like the cone cap, like in the cartoons. Yeah, this this picture's so funny. That's what it looks like. The Pleco's got on its head. Look at these detention caps. He's in the corner. Yeah, the dunce cap. Dunce cap head ass. Yo, fuck you, bro. Okay, I don't know. I don't know. I wasn't in the corner with the cap on. I don't remember what it's called. Okay, I'm sorry that you all had the cap on. You'll never forget it. You'll never forget the experience. I don't remember what the Dunce cap is. Okay, I'm back. Had to feed babies and breeders before the lights turned off. Yeah, I probably should have done that. I had to go in and do it. Turn the lights back on. Prettier than the hella ugly ones for sure, but not pretty. Yeah, no. The I think it's a cool Corey. $200. No, I gotta re-register my car. I gotta pay my car registration. They just upped the price. I can't buy this Corey for 200. I'm sorry. Okay, Marcel listed a Swillia, 10 juvenile Swillia breviventralis. Let me see. What are these looking like? Oh yeah, these guys. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. 10 for 200. I can't be too mad at anything that Marcel is selling. Most professionally packed fish I've ever received. It might only be competing with Jody P. Jody P did send some very nicely packed stuff. I sent Jody P a box, was not as nicely packed, let me tell you. Probably looked like a meth head packed it. I don't know what to say. I don't got that kind of skill. These are Central American cichlids. Let's see what some of these look like, bro. Because I gotta be honest. Like, the Central American cichlids have been disappointing me recently. I still say so many of them look like variants of rainbow cichlids. My great-grandfather's class maybe had a dunce cap, but probably his grandfather. See, then why are you mad at me for not knowing what it is? Cheryl said, dunce cap is what I call my ex when I feel like being nice. Hey. What's wrong with having a dunce cap? It's stylish. It's stylish. Peacock bass or cichlids? Interesting. I want to breed redhead tapajos. That's on my list. I need a rack of 75s. That's what I need. Multi shell dweller, zip code 17055. I like how I just put the zip code there. Okay, any cool Lamprologris? Let's look at some of these. I'm gonna pull these tabs up. Yeah, this is how I look up fish for myself. I just get like a billion tabs. I scroll all the way down Aquavid. I mostly just do buy now these days because I don't got time to. I don't want to do auctions. I don't want to buy. I want to buy stuff. I'm trying to like be responsible, so the only way I'm gonna buy things is if I can do it on impulse. I'm being too responsible buying stuff to last to an auction. Like, I need the buy now button. My dad's school when we were little had a dunce cap, I think. See? We should bring it back. Gotta bring back the dunce cap. Wild live bears. What do these look like? It's a Phosphorus maculatus Tabasco red. Okay. I want to look at that. Rainbow fish. Do we got anything interesting? Dance fish. Marcel. Fork tail, blue-eyed, Gertrude. Ivan Stoffy. Okay, Marcel, another rad. That's cool. Aquarium snails. 12 purple albino mystery snails. They just want $20. Someone had too many clutches, man. We got the 100 plus Malaysian trumpet snails. Let's go. I do want to do these wild pygmy killifish. They're pretty cool. I need some swasser tank, bro. That's all I can think about. I need to like. That's why. Honestly, my main motivation for trying to breed more fish, I want to like either sell some fish so I can buy more swasser tank. I want more fish to trade First is swatch. Oh my gosh. Okay. We got calico convicts. The worst photo I've ever seen. Yep, these Central American cichlids. Polar, unsexed white polar parrot cichlids. Yeah, I don't really get the appeal of these. I have hundreds and hundreds of MTS. I can make money. Yes, actually. People ask me this, like, they want to buy pest snails all the time. Like, all the time. I need to list them on my website, honestly, because people buy them. Like, I've done aquabid posts on, like, unrelated things, and people have been like, hey, I noticed you have, like, pond snails in that picture. Like, would you sell them? Like, I've had people buy, like, because I don't know what to charge for pest snails. Like, go $5. I'll, like, send you a bunch. Pay $5 plus shipping just for some pest snails. Like, it's a thing. So, if you already ship stuff and you list them somewhere, do it. People will buy it. Some people will buy it. Also, like, rich people exist. Like, you might just find a whale who just orders like 10 snails from you at a time to feed something. Just puts that on a subscription. You never know. You never know. Nothing eats MTS. What do they want them for? To churn the substrate or something like that. Lamprogris species 6x, $100. I mean, that's kind of a cool little iridescence. Nick, save your snails. You're gonna need them, but they don't eat the MTS. But I got the mysteries for that. Ooh, these kind of look cool, dude. I gotta clear out, like, bro. I'm clearing out space. I'm clearing out space. Because when I go up there, I gotta go crazy. These are the ones I have: Pelvicochromis Drachenfelsii. I have F1s of these too. Oh, located in Davidsonville, Maryland. He could have bought the same ones that I bought from London Town, potentially. Got a pair for 60. It's not the worst. I don't know, man. I try. I'll find one and throw it in. It's possible. If it works, let me know. I'm getting a co-op snail trap in a few days. I see a new $1 venture in my future, maybe. Yeah. I mean, definitely people would buy them in bulk to feed stuff. I hate when people don't put photos, bro. Alright, Savosphorus Tabasco Red. Oh, is this a sword tail that doesn't have a sword? Man, people need better photos, bro. This is crazy. I think the problem would be the MTS bird during the day and puffers sleep at night. Okay. That could be. Guys. People. Fellas. Flippers. I must sleep. I must sleep so I can wake up and feed fish. Also, I need to go start that brine shrimp thing. Or I guess I could do it in the morning. That's what I said the morning before. In the morning before. I've been saying I'll start brine shrimp for days. I need to start it. Next stream, ask me if I started it. Hold me accountable. Excuse me. This has been a great stream. Big shout out to Big Steve. Really kindly came, donated his time, talking to us for 2 hours. It's a Monday night, got work tomorrow. Like, bro, I appreciate that. It's definitely, I don't take for granted when people take the time out of their day just to come talk with me, hang out with all of us, really, and just share their experience and friendship, and I get someone to talk fish with. This is really what it's all about, like just talking fish. And I appreciate everyone hanging out. You guys were holding it down in the chat, and it's my pleasure to be here hanging out with all of you, and I definitely don't take that for granted. So thank you for being you. Thank you for keeping fish. You add a lot of value to my life. Hopefully these streams add something to yours. I definitely get a lot out of them. So with that being said, any last questions, comments, or concerns? Let me just double check. W Steve, yes, W Steve for sure. Thanks. Barbara said thanks, Nick, Steve, and everyone. See you too. See you, Nick. All right, guys. With that being said, this is In My Tanks signing off, saying good night, Merry Christmas, and